What is up? Woo, man, I just got finished looking at all of the FMVs for the original Final Fantasy VII, and I've been watching them quite a bit this week. And let me tell you, the Too Close to Spawn on YouTube has all of the Final Fantasy VII CG cutscenes, is what's said in the title. So all of these are taken from Too Close to Spawn, who did a compilation of all of them. Only like 12 minutes of this 45-minute long compilation are FMVs that we've seen remade in the FF7R Trilogy. That is like 12 That's minutes
crazy, dude.
of the FMVs from the original game have been remade. So now we have so much more to see. 30 more minutes pretty much of FMVs from the original game to see remade in part 3. I'm so freaking hyped because we're going to go every FMV that we haven't seen. We're going to watch them. We're going to kind of like react to them a little bit, but then we'll theorize of how these FMVs can be remade, modernized, and how can they fit within the context of what Rebirth has set up and like obviously even Remake has set up. There are things like this failed rocket launch that failed to launch in Rebirth. Like it wasn't there. We didn't see this one, but it's right in the middle of all of the other FMVs, right? So like Rocket Town was supposed to happen before, the Forgotten Capital. So that particular FMV I had to go back to catch that one, and then we'll skip ahead after the Forgotten Capital. So we got a lot to talk about here, and I don't know, maybe it's been a while since you guys have seen the original Final Fantasy VII's like cutscenes. Maybe it's been a little while, but it's going to hype you up. You are going to be 100% more hype after watching this Hypecast for part 3 than you were when you tuned in at the beginning of this. Guaranteed. It's a guarantee. You guys ready? We got the Dragoon King directly beneath me. We have Excalibro right there in the bottom right corner. There he is. Now, let's begin with the failed rocket launch. And before we begin, I see. Look, my brain was clicking. It went back. It said, "Yo, backpedal, backpedal."
Yeah, back it up, back it up.
We got something to say. All right, I got something to say. First, I want to say a shout out to our ultimate weapon, Richard Stoles. All right. The ultimate weapon. He's a party member, supporting us over on Patreon, supporting us on YouTube, all over the place. Richard Stoles has been supporting like crazy. He is ultimate weapon status. So thank you so much for that, Richard, and thank you to all of the party members who support, like Toss and Gill. That is, it's just it. It doesn't go past me. You know what I mean? Like I'm still amazed by it every time, every month, where it says, "Hey, there it is," and I'm like, "That's right. There are people out there." Who love what we do this much, and it really means a lot. So thank you for that. And I want to give a shout out, not particularly party members, but you know what? I read every single comment you guys drop. So I want to shout out, a special shout out to Rowan Morris 2187, because I see the notification pop up, and Rowan Morris 2187 has been working their way through the entire Rebirth chapter by chapter analysis series and leaving a comment as they finish each episode. And that is really cool to see. So as they finish each episode, leaving a comment, they had left off on like, oh, the next one is the series finale, but it's an 8-hour one, so it's going to take me a little while. so I can't wait to see that comment
justify for real life cost and time. Probably going to be like, another 24 hours before we get that comment.
Before we get that, yeah. Oh, man. And then, a shout out to Wired, who has also been kind of going through our like catalog, which for me is kind of tough sometimes. It's like I don't like going back to the old stuff, man. We've come a long way. Like the production, the microphones, everything has come a long way since then. But leaving comments on those videos and saying that they've watched it, it's actually been kind of cool. So thank you. You seem to be enjoying it. And that's it for that. I just wanted to give a little shout out to you guys because I want to shout out the fans. You guys are encouraging us, motivating us, and it's nice to give you a shout. So now Dragoon King, was there something else I missed? We got new socials. We got new revamped. I guess they're not new, but they're re-energized now. So if you have a Facebook, if that's where you are, we're there too, right? And we want to meet you where you are. So if you're on Facebook, there it is. If you are on Instagram, there it is. So we're gonna try and keep those up to date more often, and not just Twitter. And that's how it kind of was.
Looking for more community interaction too. So leave comments on there. Talked with Dan about stuff, maybe doing like polls or stories or just things to try and engage with you guys more. Another platform to reach out to the fans, because you guys matter most. You guys keep this afloat. Everything that we do is because of you. So we want to talk to you and get to engage with you more. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I'll actually drop the links to both in the chat in case you guys want to follow right now. So.
Thank you for that, Dragoon King. So yeah, like, you just be on the lookout for that. So it's of course going to be, whatever it is, .com/FinalFanTV. And that's where you'll find us. So thank you so much for that. Let's get right in to watching these OG FMVs and just getting hype for part 3. And chat, let us know what your thoughts are on these. Let us know which one's your most hype. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go one by one. We're going to watch them, react to them, and theorize. And then I'm going to rank them on our hype scale, our hypometer. Hypometer? Does that sound good? I don't know. Hype level?
Hypometer?
The hypometer. The hypometer. Yes, the hypometer. Okay, there we go. The hypometer is right here. So as we go, we'll kind of rank them as we go. So here, this is the failed rocket launch. Oh wait, you know what? You guys probably would like to hear that, I'm sure, but we'll figure that out. Here we go. Nice, the little blast off.
We can't hear it though.
Ball. Yeah, I'll get you on the next one, and it just tilts. Little creak. Dude, this is so simple, but why is it so epic? You know what I mean? Like, why is
All right, I can't hear it, but the audio for it, the song was Countdown, right? Or is that when? No, is that when it actually lifts off?
No, that's when it's going to actually lift off.
Okay, Countdown, because I love that song. So this one's a silly one, though.
This one's a silly one, but I remember seeing it when I was a kid and thinking it was one of the coolest things ever. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm pretty hyped for it. And I can imagine when it blasts off, and then it comes back down. You got to imagine this is going to be like the cinematic quality of this, like the camera angles and watching this thing blast off. And then when it comes back down, we got to think this is going to do like a tremendous amount of damage. Like, obviously in this one, it looks like just a toy rocket coming back down, falling. but you can see like it coming back down, crashing, crushing some of the engines, and then falling down. And as like tilting down, like you can, it's going to zoom in on the supports that are like going to scrape across the sides of it, like, and like you get those like super close-ups, right? As it's falling, it's going to be so freaking epic. Probably get like an inside look of where Sid is, right? Because we don't even see Sid in this cinematic. So I imagine we will get an inside look of him like blasting off and then having to come back down, hitting the ground.
Dude, I would love if, just to play into him like cursing Sailor Mouth, if we just get him in the cockpit, it starts crashing back down. We just get a what the, and it cuts to the. They gotta do that. Keep the rating PG-13 or whatever, but like and then. Yeah, like
that's how. Yes, they have to do that.
They need. I want that so bad. Just like it cuts, and even just hear it muffled, like him. That's how loud he is. A whole rocket is teetering, but you just hear like grumbling Southerner up in. You gotta do that, man. I would love that. I want that cut.
Yeah,
that's how you
great minds think alike, bro. In the Sid story that I did for last month's Bringers of Hype, there may have been a couple of Sid expletive edits or censors that happened in the story in awesome. Clever ways. So I'm right there with you.
That seemed to have gotten rid of it when I turned on. Like I want to listen to the audio for here, so bear with me.
It's supposed to be failed rocket launch, not
Yeah,
failed stream launch.
failed stream. Failed stream.
Failed to launch stream. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is going on? Okay, well, I broke it.
Oh, I thought we were doing the intro. We were just starting over.
We starting over.
We start over.
What
now.
is going on, Final Fan?
What is
Shout
going
out to
on,
Richard Stolls. And by the way, we're on Facebook and Instagram. All right. Failed rocket launch.
Failed rocket launch. It's coming back. So what I wanted to do was capture the audio for you guys to hear now. So you should be able to hear it. That's going to you guys now. All right, cool. Anyways, that's that. Boop, boop, boop. In fact, you might not even be able to hear it. It's okay. We want to keep this thing rolling. We want to keep this energy going. All right. So what do you guys think of that one, right? So we got Anna Kettle saying in the chat saying part 3 is gonna start in Rocketown. So I don't know if I ever mentioned that. If that would have been like, you know, getting that. Yeah, I did. Like getting the flashback as the very first thing that happens. You know, this is the flashback of Sid and
yeah, I forgot when you said, was this a Sid episode maybe?
It was, I think it was the Sid episode. Thinking like, yo, what if part 3 started with the flashback? So we get introduced to Sid's backstory, we get introduced to you know, Shira and all that other stuff, and like what happened with Rocketown. Not necessarily saying that the game itself starts in Rocketown, like Cloud and company won't be there, but the flashback could be the case here, and we start right away with this very first FMV that we see, like start right away with the build up to the launch and then the failed launch. That could be interesting because what we're going to be dealing with in part 3 is that topic of like dealing with failure, dealing with you know, overcoming that failure. And this sets the tone right away with the biggest failure for like Sid, you know, not achieving his dream, and then like what that means for the whole game. So it could very much start with this cutscene. Do you guys have anything else you want to say on the failed rocket launch?
I mean, I think you guys nailed it. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I know they're going to add some spice to it. I think you guys hit it. I think we're going to see Sid and his reaction from inside the cockpit. I think that's what you add to this to amp it up a notch.
Yeah. This is one of those cases where I actually want it to be equal parts funny and heartbreaking, because I know that Rebirth kind of had the struggle of balancing the two, the humor and the emotional way, but this is one of those moments where it's like, man, crush his dreams but make it funny.
Make it crush his dreams but make it funny. Yo, David Maddox 86, thank you so much for tossing Gil. David says, off the top of my head, I think of Sapphire weapon at Junon, the weapons being awakened at the Northern Crater, and Diamond weapon going towards Midgar. Oh, yep, we're going to get there. And we got, oh, it's going to be, yeah, man. God, this freaking game is amazing. I love the OG. All right, so here we go. Let me know if you can you hear that? You probably can.
Sir.
No.
All right, I don't know what's going on, guys. You're just going to have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry.
Fine. I can hear it, like, in my heart and in my... like,
I can hear it in my heart.
I can hear it in my heart.
Actually, I bet this is it. I bet this is it, what I need to do here. I got this. Advanced properties. Monitor and output. Or monitor only. Okay. Do you guys hear it now?
Nope.
Okay. All right then.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. So it does transition over. Yeah. Who cares? I can hear
it. You can get a little more hype than us. It's fine. Well, Wiley, if you want, you and I can start making sound effects. For
and then
each
when
other.
we get
that wouldn't distract the stream at all.
And then of course, look, that was right there in the middle, or not near. It was near the end, but we didn't get that scene. Of course, the tiny Bronco. We got that scene of it breaking down, not of it getting shot down. So there's changes that we can consider as we're looking at these. Of the gondola arriving at Temple of Ancients, and then of course the scene. But we'll come back to this one actually. We're gonna come back to that. Actually,
I love that cutscene, but that is so strictly 1997. The Sid running to jump on, like I can
jump fly this thing.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're gonna do it right now. Okay, because the reason why I'm doing it right now is because this is the cutscene that was missing in Rebirth, and it's one of those cutscenes that were like, hello, this is one of the most iconic scenes in the video game. You can't exclude this scene. This is the water burial. And I had, I've theorized it before. I've talked about it 100 times of where I think this will be at, and of course I'll say it again here. So Cloud laying Aerith to rest in the waters at the Forgotten Capital. This guaranteed will be in the game. There's no way they don't include this. And the perfect place to put this is during the return to the Forgotten Capital. When you're at the water altar. The water altar, when in the waterfall's going on, you actually get to see this scene essentially again in the OG. And I'll even take you there right now. Well, I can't. I'll take you there later on in the video, because when we get to the water altar, we'll return this. I'm going to combine water burial and water altar, because that's going to be one cutscene, in my opinion.
You think?
Well, all right. Maybe I'll just keep them separated, because you guys have thoughts. What's your thoughts? The water burial? Yeah. What?
Okay. Well, dude, I feel like this is just like a pacing question. When are we gonna get this? Are we gonna get this when, like, before Cloud, like, memory gets restored? Because I could almost see this showing up after Medeal in a weird way, where like Cloud is finally clear-headed, and now he can finally process everything. And this is when we see that. But then that feels very close to the waterfall thing, too. Because that, like, I don't know. I just feel like wherever it ends up, I can't imagine that they're going to just show us this during the waterfall. Like, it has to be a separate thing, in my opinion. Because I feel like the context between the two is different. Like, this is grieving in context of part 3, closure. Whereas with the waterfall scene, I mean, it's been a minute since I played, but that's recontextualizing the scene, helping understand that, what the greater purpose is. And I feel like those two things should be separate for new players. I mean, for us, like, we know the greater context, but for a newer player who this might be their first playthrough of the series, like, I feel like those are poignant in different ways. The grief and processing of Aerith's death, and then understanding what her death and the greater implication of it, like what she did to service the story. So I can't imagine that they're going to do both in one stroke. But I don't know, Wiley, you got thoughts on that?
Yeah. So
yeah. What, you get them mailed in?
I'm just processing. So
okay.
I think there's a few different spots this could go. I do think that, I think they could do these things together or separate, but I think separate is probably the way to go. My brain is kind of going in a different direction. Like, I'm thinking about what the updated version of this scene looks like, and I don't think there's any way it's just Cloud and Aerith in this. I think we're seeing everybody mourn. I think this is going to be like the ultimate gut punch. I mean, if we're looking for the most emotional scene, the most emotional FMV, this is probably going to be it. Like, it's not going to be the most hype, but it's going to be one of the most anticipated for sure, and one of the most viewed and reviewed and studied scenes, depending on how it plays out. But I feel like this scene sort of needs to stand on its own, just because of how emotionally powerful it's going to be. So I don't know. I'm not going to make a prediction about how they're going to do it. I'm just thinking through like what I would like to see and what I want to get out of it, when I'm playing it.
That's why I was saying they got to be separate, because I feel like when you are looking at the burial alone, that's the emotional weight. Like, that is everybody processing, and I agree they're going to insert everybody else to the scene. Maybe we'll get references to like how they react to the body. Hopefully Kate doesn't try dancing again. I really hope that he doesn't do that.
He's throwing boxes over Aerith.
Yeah. But no, I don't think that, like, I think that we might get some references to that, and it'll be like a larger scene and spectacle with Cloud ending it. And then later on, when we touch on the waterfall thing, that's got to be, I don't think that we're going to have the play-by-play of everyone's reactions. We're just going to see Cloud's moment, and we're gonna see the materia again. Like, it's gonna focus on the context, and Bugenhagen providing it, and just like kind of like guiding us through that. Like, we have to already go through the emotional punch, because by that point, it's less emotional and more like, like, we're learning something about Aerith here. There's a greater purpose to what she did. This wasn't just like an unexpected like tragedy, which it is, but you know, it's also like, wow, she's doing something greater than we realized.
Yeah.
And
so I
feel like they got it separated.
Yeah, like I like what you said, where it's like recontextualizing it for the greater like story arc, you know, of saving the planet. But it's not about saving the planet. Or no, wait, it's about saving the planet and you. That's what she says. So like, but like, I think they can do both at the same time with the water burial. I really, because like, Cloud, I think, is going to go on a journey of acceptance in this one, to where it's gotta be to the point where maybe even the player is going to be frustrated that Cloud is not accepting, and like maybe even hallucinate and even believing that she's still here. And it's like, maybe even the player will be ready to accept it by some point in the game. But like, yeah, Cloud is going to fall into the live stream. He's going to regain his memories. And will this be part of that live stream sequence? Maybe. It just, I don't know necessarily how well that's
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I think
you're
it's going to be the first thing that he
the very first thing
reflects on after, like, let it be a Tifa Cloud moment. Let him build his past. They're not going to insert this into the live stream with Tifa. Like, that's their moment.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, right,
it's like Cloud's going to leave, and the first thing I think he's going to do is process everything that he didn't process in Rebirth. And that's when we'll get it. And it'll be even more emotional because we just fixed our boy.
Yeah.
And then now he like gets out and he's like, I get it. And he's able to like finally live with it. Now, is that going to happen? I'm not making a solid prediction, but that's why I think it would make the most sense, because if it just feels like the most appropriate place to do it. Like, fix him, and then part of him, you know, getting like restored memories and stuff would include everything that he just kind of pushed aside. So.
I'm going to pitch this to you guys, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I feel like we're going to have a hypecast on this scene and like really dive into the live stream sequence. So I don't even want to pitch this to you. I'm going to just say it out loud for you guys to ponder on it, and then we'll come back to this
homework.
Hypecast. Yeah, homework. All right, you guys got homework.
All right, Professor Dan, hit us.
We'll think about it. We'll come back to the live stream sequence Hypecast whenever that is. But they're falling into the live stream. Who's in the live stream? You know what I mean? Like Aerith, Zack. Will they show up? Like, we've already set those parallels. Ooh. We've already set those like with Rebirth, the little interludes. Well, now Aerith is going to be in those, like, you know, the traveling the live stream memories and worlds and stuff like that. Will they come into Cloud's world and help Tifa put Cloud back together?
I got thoughts, but this is not this hype. I know.
We got thoughts. David
I'm
Maddox,
writing them down before I forget.
Just like David Maddox is going like this. Did that even show up in the? I threw dice at my face. Thank you for that. Tossing Gil David Maddox. Gut saying that they will potentially make the Aerith burial more gut-wrenching than the OG. The whole party could be there. And that's kind of like what Excalibur was saying there, like having the whole party in the, like, maybe in the background there. And if it's according to Rebirth, this whole scene is different, that's another story again. But like, this scene is different. Like, he does it at the bottom of the capital, like the city area, rather than outside the. Anyways, the hype level for that versus the rocket launch.
More.
Yeah.
Come on.
More.
Dude.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good question.
Right, we'll put that one above. All right, let's move on to the next one. And the next one is Arrival at the Northern Crater.
All right, let's see this bad boy.
So like, this is when you run up. Now, of course, some of these FMVs actually had the polygon character models that you can actually move around in, which was cool in the OG. Here we go. We just crest the side of the crater here. We look in and we can see the northern crater, right? We got this is just basically showing off the next area. Look how cool that is, right? This is where I believe, part 3 is going to start off. I think this is where we start. Now, I don't know if I combined this. I think I didn't. Let's go, because that's a separate, Weapons Awaken. So, we arrive at the Northern Crater. Where does that stay? Does that stay in the third? Does that stay third?
Well, I feel like we got it. You think it stays?
It does. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about the potential for Sid and the rocket launch. I mean, the only reason I think that the Northern Crater arrival could beat the rocket launch is because the music that's going to hit right there. Right?
Oh yeah,
I can't hear it on
the music. So, I mean, if you want to make that argument, then otherwise they're pretty equal in my mind. Like, I'm not super hyped about this. It really depends on. I don't know. I mean, this is almost the FMV that I don't expect to see in the next one. It's like this will just be in-game render. This will just be a moment.
Right. It's like,
I don't know, man. I can see this. Look how massive. If they want to like match the scale, think about when the temple got formed. Like, I could see it being of a similar like size and scale to that. I look at this one. And I don't know if I necessarily think it's more hype than like failed rocket launch, but actually no, I do in a way, because I feel like this is going to be a real tone setter. I could see us getting a reaction of like party wide, like them going over the peak, looking over, seeing like, this daunting like sight before them. Right? Yeah, and this is one of those things where I think the greatest strength this game's going to have with the FMVs is whole party interactions or whole party reactions that we just did not get. Because the FMVs, really, that was their greatest strength in in the original.
Yep. Was
that they included the wider cast for a lot of the moments. Yeah, but now we can really flesh that out.
Yeah, and think about arriving at Junon. Right, when Rufus was coming in on the helicopter and you saw Junon, like, with the fully rendered world, like, showing the scale of this massive military city, like, that is so freaking cool, and you're seeing the scale. So when you talk about the scale, I think that might be the case, where we get, so it's like, I don't know what we call it, fully rendered in Rebirth, like, when you have, like, those fully rendered cutscenes.
Like CGI cutscene.
CGI. I mean, I feel like everything's CGI.
In-game render,
But yeah, okay.
No,
so
but yeah.
Instead of in-game, it's the CG
animated,
fully rendered.
You want to call it? It's animated.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't say it's. So all right, we'll call it this. We'll call it fully rendered CG. So we get the fully rendered CG cutscene of Junon showing that scale, showing the helicopter. Yeah. I think we get a parallel here. I think we get Shinra on the helicopter.
It'll go second. I'll give you second for that.
Bro, Shinra on the helicopter arriving at the Northern Crater is probably what we're going to see, especially if we go back to what Wiley was saying in the snowboarding episode. They're on their way to the Northern Crater. We're going to see them, obviously, as you can see right here. Shinra's on their way. So if Shinra is like arriving, like almost thinking Advent Children now, like when they literally start the Advent Children off with that, don't they? Oh my God, what if they started off with that? It's like a complete parallel to Advent Children, and they're like arriving. Yeah. So like
that'd be cool, but it's kind of a lame cutscene where it's just a hole with a bunch of audio.
We need characters in the scene.
Yeah. Oh man, I can see. Well, Rufus,
if they started like that,
Roche is going to be in the helicopter. Remember, they're on their way. That means Roche will probably be at the Northern Crater. I imagine. I'm assuming.
Well, read the super chat. Read the super chat.
Oh, okay, my bad.
To what you just said. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this one is coming from Coffee Amankwa. Coffee says, I think it'll be an in-game cutscene where we see, where we and the party see the vast sea of Sephiroth clones aiming for the center of the crater. Yeah, dude. And like, go back to Rebirth Remake when we saw those cuts to the Whirlwind Maze that Cloud is part of. So this is why I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again on this show. So that way, if I say it over and over and over again, people will eventually know it was my idea. But here's the thing. Cloud, not playable in the first part of this game. Cloud is a robe heading towards the northern crater, and we get that cutscene in its full entirety when we arrive at the northern crater, right? Cloud with the other sea of robes, like walking towards it. Oh man, this might even be how the game freaking starts. I know we're saying that a bunch, but like we're in that little like area of the FMV where any of these FMVs could be the beginning of the game. But yeah, so I think that is a great idea, Coffee. That is awesome. Having the sea of robes walking towards the center. I think we see that in the freaking trailer. Somebody said that earlier, and that it made me think about the trailer. Tofu says, it would be really cool if the first trailer they show us is like this with the remade OST, and then boom, title drop. I don't think that's far-fetched. I think that is like very possible. We get to see the northern crater in the very first trailer, probably the sea of robes walking towards, and like we're building up that intensity, that holy crap, this is the end. This is the conclusion of the trilogy, and the way that we show it's the conclusion of the trilogy is show us where the game is going to end right at the beginning. Like, this is the epicenter. This is the crater where everything's going to go down at the very end, and we're walking towards it. Cloud is gone. He's a robe at this point. And it's just, we're about to see it. Give Sephiroth the black materia, awaken the weapons, and that's the next FMV here. But yeah, I can see that arrival at the northern crater being something very special and being a fully rendered CG cutscene. Now, for me personally, when it comes up to the failed rocket launch, I don't know why, but it has a very special place in my heart. The failed rocket launch is so like.
Does it remind you of being a kid?
Yeah, it reminds me of being a kid. I mentioned it earlier where like it blasts off and like just falls. Like, it's just a simple thing, but it's so cool. I remember doing that with like every toy I had. You know, like I thought that's how physics worked back then. You know, like that would surely a rocket would blast off and then just come back down. And
hey man, that's how it looked in Final Fantasy, so it has to be real.
This has got to be real.
I think it's funny because I'm the Sid guy in these parts, and I'm the one that like I look at it I'm just really excited about just incorporating the party as much as possible. And I just want to see more reactions and stuff, and I feel like this will be more interesting on a wider scale than failed rocket launch. Like that's gonna be a very Sid centric moment, and it'll be cool. But you know, if you guys want to put it third, if I'm in the minority on this one,
I
cool
moved it down. We're good. I moved it.
Yeah, I'm ready because I know that it's not going to be. Neither of these are going to be in the top 5. We're debating
this next
one
right
here, but these are about to get knocked all the way out. So we gotta.
Here comes the next one. That's going to be number 1 right here, I think. All right, so if we're talking about a hypometer, the hypometer, the hypometer right now, I think this is probably the hypeist. Well, nope. I can't say that. There's more that's going to follow.
Push play, Dan.
This has got
push
to
play.
Just yet.
All right. Weapons Awaken. I've combined a couple different, because this is like a whole sequence of events that happens where Sephiroth crystallized, falls down, then Cloud's going to hand him the black materia, and then all hell's going to break loose when this happens. And there is some gameplay like in between, I believe, when this happens, where you have control. But yeah, see, like now everybody's running away. But this is when the weapons awaken. Everything is about to go down. It's crazy, dude. Here we go. They're on the highway. We get to see the highway fly away, escaping this big explosion. Here come the freaking weapons. Sapphire. We're gonna see all of them, and not just those little baby weapons that you see in Rebirth. You think they were weapons? No, Bugenhagen was right. They're not weapons. You're wrong. These are freaking weapons, and they're going to be towering kaiju. They're going to be massive, putting that little baby weapon to shame. This is a weapon. This is a weapon, right? So, man, then you got Ultima. Dude. Oh, yeah, and then we got the... So, that's gotta stay. Like, I want the janky camera angle and everything in the part 3.
Yeah, if they don't do that Tifa shot like verbatim, there's gonna be a lot of angry people.
Hold on a second.
Like
frame for frame.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's got to be like perfectly recreated. If not, like they missed the mark.
Perfect.
Oh no, devastation.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's devastating. But no,
The world's
so
ending.
oh god.
Man.
So,
But
so
no, dude.
there it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that cutscene is going to be freaking hype. It's
This one goes to the top of the list for
Top
me
of the
right
list.
now. Like,
Guaranteed.
yeah, already for sure. There's this.
Above
This is going to be maximum
Ooh.
spectacle for a while as we're going through these cutscenes, and honestly, it's setting up the last quarter of the game, and we're in the last third of it. We're looking at maybe even the last half of the last third of the game, and there's not really anything bigger than this. I mean, it's Sephiroth, true form Sephiroth,
this is
and these weapons, right? These are the kaiju of Gaia. Like, we're going to get a few more scenes with them in this, but this is their introduction. We also have the High Wind. We have multiple party members. I think we're getting all the party members in the shot. This is going to be one of those cutscenes that literally is an opportunity to showcase all the biggest stuff they have.
And this is absolutely a fully rendered CG. Like,
absolutely, it's got to be. It's
guaranteed.
So, I want to say this because this sort of just encompasses what I think is the beautiful thing about Final Fantasy VII today, like the original one. I've said this before, but because I was just thinking about, like, is this really more hype than the water burial? But then something kind of clicked to me. So for people in chat who don't know this, I'm pretty new to Final Fantasy, all things considered. 7 was my first one I played in 2022. And being somebody who's on the internet, Aerith's death is like the "no, I am your father" of video games. It's like everybody, you don't have to play Final Fantasy to know that Aerith dies, right? And the reason I say that in context of this is that when I played the game, I knew Aerith was going to die. Granted, I thought that she was going to die like the end of the game, so that being in like the middle caught me off guard. But everything that happens after that point was a total mind-blowing experience to me. And this was like the first it was like the first like WTF moment. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. And I know this is like a wild take, but it almost makes me happy that the Aerith death is the biggest spoiler that gets around, because everything that happens after is just so much more like mind-boggling. Like the whole Cloud reveal, the weapons just like showing up, and it's like a big kaiju, like everything that gets overshadowed by the Aerith death. And that's what's so fascinating about part 3, is that this is, to me, the greatest spectacle. Like, the Aerith death is the most emotional moment. It's the most emotionally charged, and it's the one moment that, like, when you think Final Fantasy VII, I feel like that's largely what people are going to think about. So Water Burial's going to be hype.
It's like it's the most iconic scene.
Yes.
Obviously, it's not hype to see that, but like, it's.
Well, I would say it's hype in you could be.
If we want to
be
replace,
depressingly hyped.
Yeah. Okay, Akuma, the skin in Monster Hunter Wild. I'm super impressed. Thanks, man.
So I'm trying to
Look
be
at me
impressed.
and
Lee.
be
I'm trying
impressed.
to be impressed.
Look at me and be impressed.
That's so confused now, dude.
That's an inside joke that nobody will get. But it was maybe if we replace hype with anticipation, you can even think of it, this whole list, as that as well. Like, we are anticipating the water burial, and honestly, so the thing about this scene, the weapons awaken, I know it. I without a shadow of a doubt, 100% will be the most hype thing you will ever see in video game. Like, this is gonna be the freaking like you're like, oh my god, I'm watching a Hollywood blockbuster, and that is what they aimed for in the OG. That's what they're going to get in the part 3. Like, that's where we are right now, Hollywood blockbuster, and that's where we are with this game. So this moment is going to be so freaking hype, guaranteed. The water burial is the one, like, as much as I really want to see it, and I am like, it might be one of my most anticipated scenes, but it's also kind of like so much iffiness around it, like so much uneasiness around it, where I'm just like, you know, like, I don't, how are you going to nail it? And I put my trust in the developer, like the writers, right? I put my trust and I push as far as I can go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna that's what
Push as far as I can
push
go.
as far as I can go. And for all this, I'm hoping that it's going to be it'll be really good. So I want them to deliver something that is as powerful as Alex Maddox is saying, is as powerful as Wiley is saying. Like, it's going to be something that's going to hit real hard emotionally, and if they can pull that off, and like with everything that they've been building up and setting up and changing to make that moment even more impactful, then yeah, I'm like, it will probably end up being my favorite scene in the game. But it's just, there's just so much around it, like surrounding it, that I'm just like, all right, Weapons Awaken, my like most hype right now at this moment.
Yeah.
In the video.
I mean, and this was the most, like, it was so out of left field, but not in a bad way. Like, it didn't throw me off. I was, if anything, it kind of just made me even more invested and interested, because everything after Aerith's death, again, if you're on the internet and you know anything, it's like, Midgar, Aerith dies, who Sephiroth is, but like everything that happens pretty much after that point, it's purely mysterious, awesome. Just all these scenes are some of the most exciting things that I just can't wait to see. So while I initially had reservations about putting Weapons Awaken over the burial scene, I got to agree, because that was just the first cutscene that really threw me for a lot. I was like, holy crap, what am I looking at right now? And with the music, oh man, dude.
David,
I can't
again, wait. Alex Maddox tossing that gill, man, overkill at us right now, but we're still alive and kicking. Thank you. He's like tossing gill, killing us, throwing a phoenix down at the same time. But thank you so much for that, Alex. I really appreciate you, man. The thing, they're going to do things with the weapons that we won't even expect. They will do us all proud with this and bring nostalgia to the hype degree. Hype degree.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. All right, so I didn't include seeing the meteor, because I feel like that's going to just be lumped into maybe the Weapons Awaken. That is a question, though. We don't see that in the OG. We see this scene where I think it was 7 days later, Barrett and Tifa are going to open the shutters here, or look out the prison window of Junon and see meteor already in the sky. So it'll be, interesting to see if the meteor shows up as the Weapons Awaken and meteor's coming into play, or does meteor just slowly approach, and after 7 days now it's in the atmosphere where you can see it, not the atmosphere, but like within seeing it in the sky.
It close.
Yeah, it close. It's not going to be like Remake, where it's like all of a sudden, whoa, what is this? It's the end. Oh my God. So this is going to be a looming threat, because this is the real one. This is the real deal. All right. Now we go on. So I'm curious if this tops it. Does this take the top of the list? All right, y'all. This is Sapphire attacking Junon. Now, we talk about iconic. You talk about blowing minds. Yeah, the Weapons Awakening was freaking insane. But now, the freaking shutters closing on the city. We got the military tank coming out. What is that? This whole thing is... This city is transforming.
The cannon moving.
It's transforming. And now, we have a giant kaiju. Look at... That'd be so cool. And the giant kaiju like just approaching from the sea. Of course, all of this will be completely, fully CG. You can't do anything less for a moment like this. The music is on point, Anna. You're right. So look at this. I'm gonna sit back because I love this scene so much. Fire the first shot into the water. Like, hey.
I don't know if you knew this about me, Dan, but
yeah,
I love cannons.
I know, man. I know you love cannons.
That's a callback.
Callback to the Rebirth one. Oh man, you done made it mad. The music building up to this moment, this scene. I feel like, chat, what do you guys think? Is this your scene? Is this the most hype? Does it overtake the Weapons Awakening?
I want to see Old Salt's reaction to this.
Just
We better see him. He's just on the shore.
I
Like,
told
just
them
throwing
kids to
rocks.
stay out of the water.
I knew it. I told them children. Look at
Damn
this,
kids,
dude.
get out of the water.
Just like the camera's probably gonna be zooming across as they're all firing away, man. Like, just even back on the PS1, this was hype. But you can imagine with the camera work that they're gonna put into this, probably like chasing a missile as it hits, boom. You know, like the freaking. Oh man. Now it's like no matter what you did, it's coming for you. It's coming for you. It runs right into the freaking wall. And now it's... Oh. Dude. They knew what they were doing in the OG. Coming out with the music going...
Man. I wonder if we get an underwater shot of it hitting that reactor and people in the reactor seeing it hit underwater.
Oh, dude. That would be real cool. So this moment here, this is the only one, this is the only moment that I would be like, okay, we're going to change. We're going to change this. Because this moment is so hype, it's so epic, but then he just kind of comes out and he's like,
the plot's got it.
That's it.
Him with the Godzilla.
Yeah, just, that's all I wanted to do, guys. You take care now, bye-bye then. And then he's just going to leave? No. Is this what the Sapphire weapon was here for? Just carve a little hole conveniently for Tifa?
Yeah, it's the plot.
Right, what you're seeing right now
plot
is
fire
him.
weapon?
Yeah, plot fire. Yeah, that's actually plot fire right there. No, I think Sapphire's actually going to probably retaliate it with some like maybe some more heavy barrage or like a stronger beam. Do some actual damage to Junon.
Make it look coincidental because this is just like this is what you attacked. And it just happened to service the plot perfectly.
right. Yeah. No. I think we're gonna see some actual damage, which would be really cool if they allow us to return to Junon, because then we can see a more devastated Junon, and it changes up the environment rather than like, oh, we're just going to explore Junon that I explored, the same Junon that I explored back in Rebirth. It's still there. Nah, this one could be devastated, like war torn.
I want to see under Junon during this. I want cinematic because, like, just imagine their perspective.
Yeah.
It's literally just a massive body. Everything's got to be dark for them.
They're not introducing us to
rubble
characters.
Collapsing.
Yeah,
like like this is one of those moments where, like, yeah, obviously this is where the spectacle is the top, but that's got to be like. You could almost draw parallels to like the plate collapse for them,
dude.
Where like
it
it's
comes
just
in
panic and plates
and it crashes. Yeah, it crashes into the top of it, and as it falls down, the camera goes down to the under Junon, and like it's going crazy down there.
And the real emotional gut punch is when they take out everyone's favorite character, Old Salt.
Old Salt, bro. Man.
And yeah,
I killed them children.
Mr. Dalton brings him back up
Have
to
him
shore.
save the kids.
I knew I'd see Bessie again. That's Bessie. I knew it. You know, and like, but like, they're not going to introduce us to these characters in Rebirth, such as Rhonda and Priscilla. They're not going to like we're going to see their point of view, like, because I feel like we got to see what's going on with them. So yeah, dude, that is a great point. Seeing their basically the ground floor. So you have the military up top doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then the civilians down low, like not the civilians, but like the slums, doing what they're doing, you know, like trying to survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a really good point, and I think they can add that in there. The one thing I would change is this, of course, like just the
No, it's got to be like he's got to like wipe out more than just like the top there, dude.
Boom. Oh man.
Genesis 7 says, I feel like we're going to get guns fired from Wu-Tai too. Massive crossfire weapon, maybe beginning of peace for Wu-Tai and Shinra. Interesting
like they were like, okay, we got to set this, our petty or our differences have to be set aside. The world is ending. Yeah, like things have changed. You know, situation has changed. We need to unite. That's a good point. I mean, at this moment, like, I can see before the meteor is summoned, I can see we're at wartime, right? So the wartime, it just the flow has to completely change, I feel like, because if we're on rails, I feel like with the, if I could say I feel like one more time, that'd be great. If we're on rails at the beginning of this game, I'll squeeze it in. Don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Beginning this game at the Northern Crater, right? And then at that moment, we're falling into the Northern Crater, Cloud's missing. Then we get Tifa. We get her as the party leader looking for Cloud. This is the wartime. But at that point, Meteor is summoned, right? Like, that's because it's after this moment. That's where I had figured wartime is still happening, because I feel like that's how I squeezed it in. I think that is where Wutai is going to be closed off with the no-fly zone. We're at war. We don't want a Shinra ship flying over here. Midgar is closed off because they're at war, so you can't fly over Midgar, and that kind of keeps us with the gated exploration. And I'm really convinced that's how it's going to go. If not, that's fine. But the whole like truce is fine. It's just that they set up a wartime in Rebirth especially, and Remake, but Rebirth especially. They built up to this wartime, and to have it start off and then like we get to oh hey, we're truce. It's like, oh, that was kind of a build up to nothing.
Unless it's a temporary, like,
yeah,
like enemy of my enemy type thing. Mm-hmm. And then once this thing's head's blown smooth off, it's like, all right,
we're back.
I hate those people again. Yeah, resume.
But like, this is Shinra showing off their might. We just blew the head off of a weapon, and now not now, but later we'll do it again. We'll freaking do it again. We'll kill another weapon later. But yeah, Shinra showing off that with this sister ray cannon just blew the head off of this weapon. And that's why I do think we get that barrage from Sapphire and actually doing some damage, and then the rocket just comes, blows them off, blows the head off. Oh my god, the string of words I just said there.
Clip it.
Blows the head off.
What are they doing? What are they doing to the mall? How do I get there? How do I join?
And I'm throwing it over to somebody. Take this away.
So I think this particular cutscene is going to be number 1 or number 2 here. What do you guys think? Lee, what do you think? At least for now.
Awesome. I think, okay, all right. I'm gonna hit you. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm like, in most cases, ironically, not this particular series so far, because I like Rebirth way more than Remake, but normally I'm like a part 1 type person. Like, the start of something always gets me going more, and the Weapons Awaken to me is just more hype, because when I think about this comparing the spectacle here, it's like, this is intense and insane, but that was just, at the time, so unexpected. So, like, I feel like that blew my mind more from, like, a plot perspective, where it's like, holy crap, like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like, the whole plot just shifted entirely. Whereas this blew my mind more from, like, the power of Shinra perspective. Like, it made them feel like a major threat again, which was cool. Because I felt like the subversion was like, oh crap, the weapons are here, and they are a major threat, but look what Shinra just managed to do. But there's more of these things out there. So I feel like, personally, I get more hype from the awakening of the weapons rather than this. But this is a second for me. So I don't know if you guys would agree with that.
For me, it's number 1. I mean, like, the Weapons Awakening, really cool, and I like you're talking about story and everything like that, but as a pure action set piece right here, this is going to blow minds. I mean, more action going on in this moment rather than the Weapons Awakening, unless if they add in like the meteor being summoned in, and if of course if they add in with Sapphire weapon actually doing damage, then I think this goes over the edge. I think they will add in Sapphire actually being a threat right now, because all he does is ram into the side of it and then come up and get his head blown off. Like, I think they'll expand on that. But since
subtext brings up a good point.
What's up?
Sephiroth.
The Cloud and Sephiroth stuff going
on.
Oh,
that's
it's
true.
not just the weapon during Awakening.
That's true.
Like
the whole party.
Seeing Cloud snap everyone's reactions. Half of it's like the party like worried about Cloud, and it's also like we need to get the hell out of here. There's like a panic to it, and I don't know, man.
You're right. I actually
the vibes in Awakening just it not only was it a spectacle because of the weapon, it was also just like it's a total tone shifter. Like it feels like the plot
is the end, right?
I don't know how to describe it, but like the best I could describe it is this: the plot was building up to this point, and then it was the craziest like rug pull, total shift in a way where it's like it doesn't feel like the plot necessarily built to this point. Like it felt that way with Cloud and Sephiroth. But the weapon getting introduced feels like you just got like sucker punched in the face. It's like the plot's hitting you. Like you got like catch up. I felt like I was with the party. It's like we're running away and it's like you're just looking at this thing and you're like, what the hell is happening, dude?
This is the part in the party where the confetti pops off, except the confetti is a bunch of kaijus coming out of the northern plate.
Right.
No, I agree. Like, you throw in crystallized Sephiroth and handing over the black materia and then like the shock. Yeah, I agree. This is the epitome, the epicenter. Like this is the moment of the entire game. Now Tifa catching a flight though here off the Junon cannon. Should we lump in the slap fight? Probably going to be the slap fight has to be playable, and then
it's gonna be playable.
And then we'll get the CG.
I think this will be in. I don't think this is gonna be CG. Her jumping on the high wind. I feel like that'll be in game.
Think so?
Make it a QTE, and it'd be really funny if you miss it and you just fall and you have to redo the whole slap fight.
It's like that Spider-Man
you back
QTE.
up to the airship.
The Spider-Man 3. We're all
she just misses it and falls into the ocean. Game over.
I would love that. God. And then hit us with the Resident Evil unexpected cutscene, like that type of like RE6. Just throw it in the middle there. Where it's really poorly timed. I would love it.
I can see it. I can see this being in game. Like, I don't think I can't see a QTE, but I can see this.
No, I don't either. I just want it to be there because I think it would be so funny if. Yeah, there's the QTE actually.
Grab it.
Missed it, she would have just kept going, dude. They're not gonna. You're right. They're not gonna do it, but man, that would make me so happy because you know how many people would complain about that on Twitter. It's like, man, I missed the QTE and Tifa just
splat in the ocean. So this is, I'm going to leave it where it's at. I don't think, I'd rather, it's going to be hype. Everything in this game is going to be hype, but the failed rocket launch goes above, in my opinion. So, all right, here comes this one. This is a big moment as well, y'all. Another crazy tonal shift or whatever you're saying. Like, this is another very iconic moment. The medial collapse. So, is what I'm calling this one. Cloud in the wheelchair. Trying to outrun the town, just getting sucked into the live stream here, and I mean, what a moment this was! What a moment this was in the OG. What do you guys think?
Man, I think I'm putting that right under Water Burial. I think this is another good one. It's sort of, I mean, it's above like Crater and the rocket launch and things like that because it's more character focused. There's a lot more happening, but I think in terms of anticipation, the three that are at the top right now are above this.
Yeah.
Not all right.
No, see, like I didn't know what to
not the payoff of it, but
right.
But
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So for this moment, this one has FMVs, but I didn't really I didn't know if I was going to include this one like in the list. Like the whole, we're just panning through the, we're in the live stream thing. We actually kind of had already seen a little bit of this in Rebirth with Tifa. Like we kind of know a little bit of what to expect with the whole like swooshing through. Although I do think it's going to be something, it has to be something a lot more beautiful and like just, mesmerizing, mind-blowing sequence here. This is a moment that everybody's looking forward to seeing. And I think they have to do it right. But I do think this is a very playable.
That's what I was about to say.
That's why I'm not putting this in.
We got a tease of how this worked. I was gonna say, yeah,
Exactly,
chapter 9
exactly.
feels like the preview to this.
Mhm.
That's what I
but
was saying. Yeah, with the whole like,
and the other thing too is if they don't do the, which I don't think, I think this is gonna be playable, so I don't even know if this is part of the discussion for this, but I will say I'm honestly probably the most hyped for this scene, but I'm also I won't lie, I'm also the most concerned for this scene, only because of the direction with the whispers and like all that stuff. Like I don't want this scene to get too whispered.
Yep.
Please
I think
leave it.
this has got to be
for
the
what it
moment that
is.
all of that stuff just kind of gets settled. Even the whispers.
Yeah,
gotta get settled.
we need to have a hype cast on the Medeal moment
Oh,
because I
yeah.
have a lot of thoughts
Oh,
on
yeah.
this. But this is equally like, truthfully, I would honestly, personally put this towards the top. But I can understand, like, for the context of this video, it's like it's not the most like hyped thing. I'm just super excited to see this. But man, am I also nervous.
Yeah.
I want this to be done so well because it's such a beautiful moment, and it's at its core. I think the thing that makes it beautiful is just the very earnest interaction between the two leading characters in this, and it's like,
So
don't insert too much. That's all I gotta say.
Alex Maddox in chat brings up a really good point that I want to dive into so much. But this one is for certain a hypecast that I really want to do. And I have a lot to say about it. But the Corel train wreck, I did not include that, but that is one I missed because that is like when you have that train wreck coming in into Corel, it's a very brief FMV, but maybe we should probably include that. It is going to be it is pretty hype, but there's so much about that scene in particular that we have to talk about. So I'm going to maybe leave it off the list. Maybe leave it off the list because I have a lot to talk about that one. Okay, so now let's go on.
So it's turning into like half discussion about the FMVs, half all right, we're making a hype cast about this FMV.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm like, all right, we got a lot more to go through, so let's see what we can do here. This is the rocket launch into space.
Okay, dude, undoubtedly, this is okay. Listen, man, the weapon stuff is a spectacle, but seeing the world that we've been traveling all over from space, like, dude, it's gonna be
Just a little
insane.
baby. It's just a little child.
Like seeing us leaving it, seeing the world like look massive and then get smaller and smaller until it's just a little baby. Oh man, and we're getting full party in this, right? Like this is one of those ones where I was thinking about where like, are we gonna break up the party for this and have only some go to space, or is everybody going to space?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I don't even mean to cut you off.
No,
For me, the emotionality of this scene is going to be really close to that water burial because there's something like super emotional about leaving the planet and something about one of these characters getting to do something, a dream that he gave up on is coming true in this moment. And there's something like transcendent about being this distance away from home. Like, it's crazy.
So another thing that we're seeing right now is the rocket. They detached and then they go back, but there's a whole lot of like gameplay story that happens in between these two FMVs. I'm lumping them into one. I think I did that. Let me see what the next one is. Nope, rocket versus meteor is different. So yeah, rocket launch into space is one separate thing because, like you guys are talking about, the emotionality of it, like seeing the child, the planet child, like that Sid references as like, it's just a child, like we need to protect this thing. And like the dream coming true, but realizing that your dream is insignificant to what is about to happen here. Like we're talking about the fate of this planet that is like, now even Sid is empathizing. Like he's changing his, well, hopefully we see the, what kind of, the character arc of Sid in the next game.
Yeah, we got to see what they do with
we're going to see Sid even like, even him having like this, no, like, I know, like my dream of going to space, I got to fulfill it and it was fulfilling and it was like, awesome and stuff, but this is what it's really about. And I got to agree. Going into space, and plus that scene that we just saw on a PS1 was freaking incredible. It's like, dude, we're going everywhere in this game. Underwater, ground level, skies, and then space. Everywhere. And now we're in space. So, but yeah, I think it's amazing. I don't necessarily put it above the water burial, but I can put it close. So, well,
yeah, I'm not saying it goes above. I'm saying emotional level for me, it's similar. Spectacle.
You're right.
It's hard, bro. Like I don't know.
I know Lee was pulling for it.
Just below water burial, but I don't know, man. And that's, I don't know.
Chad,
part of it is the anticipation of what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think, Chad? Like, help us out on this one. Water burial or the rocket going into space?
As weird as this sounds, like, do we even like? I don't mean to like hit with like a bombshell of a comment here, but I've seen people express concerns that we're not even going to get a proper water burial scene. Do we even know for sure we're fully getting it?
Imagine like, if we don't
say that.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Is like I believe I believe we are, and we all believe it, but there's nothing saying that they can't just leave it out.
I know.
We got the we got the scene. It was very different, and it didn't play out. So just on that fact alone, it's like the water burial is one that I'd argue
is it going to be even there?
Exceptionally anticipate. Like the anticipation is crazy because I want it, but I'm also looking at it, I'm like, it's the only one here. I'm like, I don't even know if it's gonna be there.
Like, it's happening. There's no way. I agree, Tyler.
Tyler
Hager says it's happening.
It has to. It has to. I agree.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
But man,
like
that's the thing that scares me. Like, where's this scene? I'm like, I know what's happening, dude.
Yeah, you're playing the devil's advocate. You're playing the like.
Oh, I don't, dude. I don't know.
Side of it.
This is no. I'm not advocating for that.
No.
I don't want. Get the devil out of my courtroom. I don't want to advocate for him. Like, I ain't advocating for that guy. I want the scene there. I just, man, like it's crazy that that's a thought that we have to think. Like,
right. That's what goes into my thoughts. Remember at the very top, I was like, there's so much iffiness around it.
Whereas this, I don't feel iffiness around. I'm just excited. And you know. Like,
I think it's probably top 5. I mean,
it's there.
I think it goes probably right underwater.
Now, what about Rocket versus Meteor? Like, what about when they
right below the launch?
They send the rocket. Yeah,
that's where I'd put that below Medial Collapse.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, this is really cool.
The list before I say stuff,
and you get to see, and you get to see everybody's perspective from around the world, which is really cool. And especially seeing Bugenhagen watching it in the planetarium thing.
Man.
That's going to be cool.
This might go above the Medial one, man. That's actually pretty dope.
Okay. What did I say at the top of this, y'all? Again, the theme for this game is going to be overcoming failure. Here we go again. We tried something and failed. Like, it did not work. Meteor is still coming. And like, so again, we're seeing that theme pop up. Failure. How do we overcome it? You know, Cloud's failure to save Aerith. Everybody failed at something. So here we go.
This is one of those scenes that I think will benefit potentially from, like, if I kind of touched on this earlier, but if the full party does go to space, like, they don't break apart some of the party to go to space. This is one of those scenes where we just saw, like, all the different places reacting. Mm-hmm. I imagine when we're heading to space, you could have a silent moment where, like, Yuffie's looking at Wu-Tai and it's just small. You could have, like, Red looking at Cosmo. Oof. And you could have, like, you know, Tifa looking at Midgar and
keep cooking.
Like, just, you know, this is where when we're looking at this scene now, and we're seeing the devastation, like, we just went from this, like, wonderful moment where everyone's in touch with their roots, and now we're just dropping the hammer again. It's like, okay, yeah, that's nice. Here we go. This is serious. It's not good. Like, I look at characters like Yuffie or Red, and you're seeing them, like, these, like, I just imagine a big wonder-filled expression looking at, like, the world, like, everybody's gonna have it. And then seeing Meteor get closer and everybody just, like, dude, man, like
Final Fantasy Files popped in at the wrong time, but I do appreciate you. He said, I haven't played the OG yet, so I don't want any part 3 spoilers, so I'm just popping in to say hi. Bye. Later, fellas, I gotta go. like, get on out of here. Bye-bye.
We're deep in it right now.
Like, oh my God, what are you saying? And then I'm talking about failure. Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, that's, this is what's really exciting, and you mentioned it too, Lee, where you're like, as being a new fan to Final Fantasy VII, yeah, there was a very well-known secret was the Aerith scene. But all of this stuff that follows after, man, are you not entertained?
No,
Are you not hype right now?
My God. I will die on the hill. I don't know if I'm alone on this. If anybody's gonna die with me, come with me.
We're on the hill, bro. We're
steadfast. No, but I will maintain that I am so glad that Aerith's death holds the banner of like the big spoiler, because it really deflects from
everything, like
all the stuff that comes after, and that to me is the grip, like the truly gripping part of the plot, where the weapons, Cloud's memories, Cloud's identity, saving the world. Like, this is where everything, like, I couldn't imagine going into, and if you're still in the chat and you don't know what the hell happens, like, get out. Get out. But,
what are you doing here?
But no, like, this is where, like, I couldn't imagine going into the game and knowing about Cloud's identity crisis and Midil's, like, the whole situation there, reforming, like, that's the hypest part of the game for me, is just that whole part was a mind-blowing experience, and part 3's gotta nail it, dude.
Well, like, even this is going to throw a hook in things, and we're going to get there, Ectogami, but like, just to kind of bring this in there to get it in the back of your mind, they can't spoil anything because part 3 is an unknown journey, right? It's unknown, and that I want to return to that. I'm going to return to that statement in just a second, but I'm putting Rocket versus Meteor. I'm so like, obviously, we see. It's a tough one. I'm going to leave it where it's at right now, and then we'll come back after the end here. But the next one is going to be the Water Altar, which is what we talked about. And if it's not in the context of what I'm saying, then it's lower on the list. But if it's like what I'm saying, where we combine this with the Water Burial, we get the true events. Like, what we're seeing here is Cloud is actually going to see the events, and this is what it's going to recontextualize things, like Lee was talking about. It's like, oh, so that's what Aerith was doing. Like, she did, like, this is what she did for all of us, and like, I think even Cloud says thank you. Everybody says thank you. Like, it was like we understand now, but it almost feels like seeing everything again in this moment might be a really good time to show and really let this emotion hit, like really let the moment hit, where we see the true events, Cloud laying her to rest. Not only laying her to rest, Cloud saying what he says. No Genova glitches. We see and hear Cloud breaking down, crying, saying, like, dry, my mouth is dry, like, like all that stuff. And like, really having that moment hit, this is the time to do it, I think, because not only are Cloud is now himself. Cloud is his true self now, and now that moment can really, really sink in for all of us, the player as well, where this is going to be Cloud finally accepting what happened, finally, like, understanding what happened with Aerith, and then, like, resolve of what he has to do and what they have to do now. Like, this is the moment where we accept, we understand, and we know what we need to do from here on out. Because Holy Materia is shining a pale green. It is there, but something is stopping it, and we know what's stopping it. And, like, we know what we got to do. So I feel like this is a great moment. We're building into the final act of part 3, and this moment, and we're going to really hit you with that gut punch. We're going to hit you with that, the player themselves, it's time to move on. Like, the player themselves,
I could see that.
Yeah, like, there's a whole topic on Aerith's death and stuff like that. We can talk about that in another Hypecast, but like, I'm telling you, like, I'm trying so hard. Yeah, Hypecast.
hyped over your favorite character dying.
We're gonna do a Hypecast for every spoiler for part 3. Just if you haven't played the OG,
you
can't come back.
Leave.
Of course, I will be careful on how I put those thumbnails out there, but yeah, no, it's something that I feel like this is the moment to do it. This is the we're going into the final act. We know what we have to do, and really hit us with the emotion, and then hit us with understanding. And
you know what, Dan?
Yeah.
In terms of narrative structure, everything you said is sound. Like, I think that is accurate. That is a good point for this to come in, because it's after Cloud's identity revelation. So he is at a point where he can't escape this confrontation of what happened. And there's not really a better moment to do it than right here. When you look at everything that's happening, I mean, he's literally revisiting the place where it happened. So he's going to sort of relive it in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So I dig what you're saying, bro. Like, narratively it works, and it will work very well. So I could see that. I definitely could see that.
Thank you. And like it really does affect where we rank this, because if it's just the water altar, and like I said, I don't see this happening any other way, but if it is like what we see in the FMV or the OG, and like it's just, oh, now okay, this is Aerith, we know what she did. She activated Holy. It's all about Holy at this moment rather than all about Aerith. It's all about, and well, not necessarily true. I don't mean it like that, but like, because they do say thank you afterwards. But yeah, like this being activated, and now we know she did do something there. Yeah, it's really cool, but I don't know if I would put it up above a lot of these other things, like in the top 5 or anything. So with that being said, it really depends. It really depends on how they do this. I don't know. I guess above failed rocket launch, or.
Yeah, I mean, you could also literally just put water burial / altar and just call it a day.
You could,
because
but I'm not. All right,
yeah,
listen,
he's not fully on board. We talked about it.
He's not convinced. All right, okay.
I'm not fully convinced, because don't get me wrong. What you said is true. Like, everything would be sound, and I do think that is very beautiful narrative structure to put the emotional realization and grieving with the recontextualization of her death. Like, that can work together. And I agree, because the pacing in this game, I think, is the most interesting thing. Like, how are they going to pace things?
Dude,
like,
it's a blockbuster, dude. This is
like
crazy.
if they want to condense the pacing and make it sound, I think that makes sense. I still like my idea of like, make this the first thing that Cloud, like, it's almost like, dude, to like throw it to like Lord of the Rings for a second. You know, it's like in Two Towers, but Theoden is clear of his mind from Saruman, and the first thing he does is go, "Where's Theodred? Where's my son?" I could see that
Lord of the Rings, or you automatically win brownie points with me. So you got
no. So like, that's the thing. Is like,
I wish we all lived together, or I would like. I just want to make a confession right now. I really wish we lived together. I wish we all lived close by, so that way we could go see the 25th anniversary Lord of the Rings. Man,
Yeah.
They're putting the extended editions in the theater.
That's
I
right,
really
you guys
want to
could just
go,
come over.
but I have nobody to go with, and I want to go.
Well, I have
my
somebody
birthday
to go with,
week, I might
have to
go
push
just
her.
by myself. I didn't realize that the third. I know we're getting off track here, but we got to get Zach on track here in a second. But
Zach on track, baby.
Dude, the third movie in Lord of the Rings extended edition is like 4.5 hours long.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
incredible.
it, but I was like, I was
That's
thinking
just
about
the part after they throw the ring in.
Yeah, and it's like, I was thinking about going. I was like, oh, I'll watch them at home, and then I'll go see the third one for the finale in the theater. And like at home, it's fine to watch the extended edition. In the theater. Theater. All right, the theater. I'm saying theater now. Okay, I'm saying theater. But I will say theatrhythm. All right, I don't care what anybody says. Theatrhythm is where it's at.
That's
all
your
right.
New Year's resolution, to say theater.
It's the only one that's holding true. I've already had a lot of soda. I can't hold it. So, anyways, I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was Lord of the Rings. It's not part of the thing.
To just tie it back to what I was saying. Like, I could see Cloud post Medeal, his memories are intact,
Ah.
and okay, he's fixed his past, but now we're in the present, and it's like, what's the first thing that might come to his mind is what he just the hardest thing he's had to go through so far with a clouded mind, which would be the loss of Aerith, and that to me that's why I brought up Lord of the Rings, because we got so derailed. But I think about Theoden being clear of mind of Saruman, and the first thing he thinks of is, where's my son? Where's Theodorid? And I could see that is the only thing that doesn't convince me they're combining the two. Yeah. Is because I feel like the biggest, like I feel like the most clarifying thing for him after getting his memories restored is coming to terms with what happened to Aerith. Yeah. And
let's keep them separate.
Let's keep them separate, because I'm not positive it's coming together.
God, there's so much to talk about on that subject.
We got more,
and I want to keep on. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I want to get piggyback off of what you just said, because it spawned something in my head. But like, well, hold
on. Hypecast, guys. Another Hypecast. Just add it to the list. I hope somebody's writing these down. Is Jackie writing these down for you, Lee?
Jackie's journal.
I don't even know Jackie's awake
right
now.
Is the diamond?
You got a job to do.
Diamond weapon attack. I'm moving on. I'm moving forward. I'm trying to move this thing along. All right, they're getting off the train we on right now. A diamond weapon attacks Midgar. Here it goes. Look at the freaking epic cinematic quality of a PS1 game. All right, y'all. Now,
epic
diamond weapon. It's another weapon attack, but this time we're attacking Midgar. Same weapon, all right, or same cannon, different city. If you know what I mean. All right, same cannon, different city. There's the Sister Ray. Look.
Sister Ray.
Dude, how cool is this scene in the OG?
The Mako power getting ready to go in.
Dude. How'd they even do this, man?
Right? And then, like, we've already seen the beginning of the OG, or the beginning of remake, which we're about to do the remake analysis. And like, dude, I'm going to gush over that opening chapter 1. But when the camera pulls out and we saw Midgar and it's fully realized FF7R quality cutscene, oh man, now slap a Sister Ray cannon on there and like, dude, slap a sister. Is that what you laughed at? Like just a slap a sister?
No, I'm not even Wiley.
He's laughing at the chat.
Oh, okay.
No. Jackie chimed in. She will not. She's awake and she's not.
I am awake and I will not be doing that. You are going to be doing the Jackie's journal for the remake analysis, though, right?
I believe so.
I hope so.
Don't. You know, we're dude. We have plans for you.
Yeah, we got plans.
You got like a little plans for you,
Jackie.
Like, come on, dude.
All right, so here's diamond weapon approaching Midgar. You know. We've made landfall, but he's so massive that able to just cut through an ocean by walking.
Bam.
This is what I'm saying right now. This is a weapon. This is like those whales.
Is this a weapon or?
Well, right. This is also a weapon. So weapon versus weapon, and we see who wins. The might of Shinra is going to win against this gigantic kaiju creature coming out of the freaking ocean, treading the ocean like it's at knee high. You know what I mean? Like it's just whatever, walking through this emerald weapon underwater, going, whoa, hey, bro, I'm down here, and it's just walking through. But here comes all of the reactors activating, sending the Mako into the cannon. And the Mako man is about to fire off one right now, brother.
The Mako
man.
The Mako dude.
Let me tell you, the Mako cannon. Oh yeah, it's gonna just send a rocket right through its chest. Boom, right, dude. This is so epic. It's charging up a shot. Boom. Not only is it going to blast through this gigantic weapon, it's going to blow the freaking windows out.
On the Shinra Tower. Is crazy.
Insane. We're going to also get Rufus's perspective on all of this. There we go.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, wow. Oh, man. The windows blew out there. Dude, and then we got him charging up.
Right,
I think about Kingsglaive. Right, we got to see this kind of little bit in Kingsglaive.
Yes,
dude, and here we go. They're on the high one, getting the air from the sky perspective. We've got Rufus getting from the city perspective. We're gonna get. Look how cool this is. The Sister Ray blast. Well, and then of course this is going to be expanded too. This is going to be expanded too because all of those missiles that that Diamond fires off here, they're going to connect, but it blasts right through them. And this is right after having the big fight. Remember, we battle Diamond Weapon. Yeah. As soon as it comes up on shore, we battle it. Which is also going to be expanded into what I think is going to be like multiple parties versus this gigantic creature. Dude,
I love Barrett's damn.
Damn.
You know what I want to see is after the Diamond Weapon falls down, they just land the high wind and Sid runs up and puts one foot up on him.
Oh, look at this. And then we blow the barrier off.
She's a beaut.
She's a beaut. And then blowing the barrier off of the Northern Crater.
Man.
Weapons
This is all one sequence?
This is all one freaking sequence, dude. And obviously, we cut back to gameplay a couple times, but I feel like this is going to be a fully rendered.
You think this is gonna be a fully rendered?
Dude, I think every weapon scene is going to be fully rendered. I'll say it right now. Like, I mean, besides when you're battling Ultimate Weapon on the high wind, that's going to be interesting because that one you have to be like, oh man, come on, we're gonna be firing missiles. It's going to be an aerial combat, dude. It's going to be so good,
dude.
It's going to be so good. No, more on that in the other one.
On this one, like I think there's parts of it that are going to be
pinned.
Fully like cinematic and animated, but like or CG animated, whatever.
It's gonna be incredible.
But I don't know if it's all gonna.
You're absolutely right, man. I mean, just. If you're not more hype after this is all we're doing is going back and revisiting the OG and then like thinking about how amazing this is going to be in part 3. I'm trying to wrap my head around all of that what we just covered. Obviously, yeah, we have those emotional beats like the water altar, the burial, and things like that. But look at how many amazing blockbuster moments we have going on in part 3.
Yep.
How much shit they blow up.
Yeah.
Listen.
Sorry,
this is just a Final Fantasy 16 level, like
just gotta throw it out there like that, dude.
Yeah,
we gotta add an asterisk to last week's Hypecast about how big is it gonna be.
Yeah.
So now we could just say 300 hours because they got so much content left, bro. Like it's crazy.
There's so much content left, but there's a lot of like moments left. So again, another pin in it, but we're gonna talk about like the structure of the game very, very soon. Like I want to do predicting the chapters of part 3.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
That's coming up.
Homework on that.
Yeah,
we gotta do. But wait,
that's coming up. But yeah, because I have thoughts on that.
Something just came to mind. But finish what you're saying.
No, it's just I just have thoughts on like the scope. I know we talked about scope and scale and stuff like that, but I have thoughts on like the structure and how this plays out from start to finish, and it could be like as they were advertising for Final Fantasy 16, but on a whole new level, like a totally polished and with like. And I don't mean this as against Final Fantasy 16 in any way, but like part 3 is, already established a formula. We have good gameplay. We have mini games. We have everything you want. And now we can focus on that Final Fantasy 16 style, like white knuckle roller coaster ride that they kept advertising for 16. And they delivered for the most part. The highs of 16 were high. Were probably the highest in like some of my favorite moments in video games. But then, of course, with 16, there were moments that were really low. There were some low lows. So I think when we get the roller coaster ride in part 3, the highs are going to be probably as matching 16, or if hopefully probably better because of all the stakes. And like it's going to be insane.
Oh,
and then
this is
lows,
the biggest payoff potentially in gaming history, bro. This is 10 years in the making.
Exactly.
This is 30 years in the making. What am I even saying, dude? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Those dips in the roller coaster ride are going to be very, very great, exciting, thrilling, hitting those G-forces and like really just, you're still rolling on this roller coaster rather than 16 where you're like, you freaking roller coaster tycoon slammed into the ground and then you're getting back. Like so I think that this game can deliver something very, very truly special, even with its quote unquote lows of the roller coaster ride. And it's just going to be fast-paced, white-knuckle roller coaster ride all the way through.
Well, I mean, you have multiple character lows, gut punches. I mean, we're going to get a Vincent gut punch, too. Not just Sid, not just Cloud.
All these character payoffs. All of these payoffs, bro. God.
Okay, wait.
Yuffie, bro. Man, like...
All right. Some just came to mind because one of my favorite things of the remake trilogy so far, right, is the love and just like references it loves to pull from other media in Final Fantasy VII. It's like, whether it's On the Way to a Smile, Advent Children, whatever. And now rewatching this scene, and we're talking about recontextualization, and I don't know how they're going to do this, if they're just going to play it like the original, or if they're going to reference On the Way to a Smile. But when I first played 7, and when we all first played 7, I imagine, this is where Rufus dies. He's dead. Until Advent Children, we didn't know that he comes back.
It's going to be interesting
when you read On the Way to a Smile, you know how he survived this. So I'm curious, is Rufus are they going to play it like he's dead again, or are we going to get like...
We'll probably see it.
I don't think they're going to do the full scene.
I don't think so. We're going to see him again for sure.
You're going to see... This. No, you think he's going to like... Okay, because we know...
Too much unresolved
that there's
stuff.
There's an escape chute under one of the desks. Like, basically, that is how he got out. Was that if you guys haven't read On the Way to a Smile, they do explain how he survived this by Advent Children. Definitely read it. Rufus's story is probably the most interesting, my opinion.
He also assists in the evacuation, right? When Meteor falls?
No, no, he's out of commission.
Oh, okay, never mind, my bad.
He was in the rubble when the Turks find him. Rufus is found, if I'm not mistaken, might be Rude and Reno. I haven't read the book in a while, but they search through the rubble and they find him in the little like pod chamber thing that thing led to. And President Shinra just filled the room with a bunch of taunts just to make him feel worse for having to escape through having to escape to be so little of a man.
Yeah.
To need to rely on the escape exit. He just taunts him basically from death. And I'm curious if we're going to expand on this or if it's just going to be like how it was in the original. Like, okay, Rufus looks like he dies.
That's a really good point. I think they could do something like this. They could like fake you out, but then they'll bring him back later. To kind of like...
But that would bring him back earlier
in the epilogue.
Cloud is... I don't know, but Cloud's even surprised that Rufus is alive. So as far as the story goes, everyone thought he was dead. Well, and if you read On the Way to a Smile, you know what his journey is up until Advent Children.
This is where we get into the territory. What of Ectogamut
Rufus
said.
Shinra Hypecast.
Rufus, this is where we put a pin in it, and we talk about it in another one. But yeah, so there's a lot to talk about there as well. Ectogamut pointed it out earlier. There's no way to spoil part 3 because it's an unknown journey. We're getting to a point. Eventually, we're going to get to a particular point where I'm going to say, "This is will this even happen? Who knows?" But that's a good one. Like they could take it a different route. Whispers could save Rufus. You could
no.
So there's things like that could happen, and I'm gonna move on. With that being said, he went
through an escape pod under his desk.
Veto, I'm out. Oh god. All right, here we go. Yeah, he's like, no. He escape pod.
He went through the chute, and his dad made fun of him after he died.
That's what happened.
Read On the Way to a Smile. Damn it, Chad, you got homework. If you haven't read it, go read it.
So this next one, I'm curious. Where do we rank parachuting into Midgar?
Okay, well, I love
He's going to rank this very highly.
All right, well,
he may or may not have sent us a clip from Point Break in like the last week.
Dude, all right, well, Chad, if you don't know, I love skydiving. It's like an actual interest of my real life. I'm at one point, I don't have one yet, but I want to get an AFF. So I used to try and do it annually. I've kind of fallen off that habit. This year's got to change. So for me, this is a super hype scene just because I want to be with them right now. I want to be. Listen, that's me landing next to Cloud. Like I want to be there. So this is like a top 3 or 5 somewhere in that range for me. But I can understand if you guys don't put it that high.
So all right, I am very hyped for the scene and. Trust me, playing this game as a kid, this is why it's the best game ever made, dude. But like playing this game as a kid and seeing moments like this, dude, just video games just can't get here anymore. You know what I don't know what to say. Like, it's just crazy what this game is doing. Like, what we've just talked about in this one episode, like basically recapping these big major events of OG. It's just like, dude, now we're gonna parachute into Midgar? Are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing? How many awesome things can you throw at me right now when we just had a massive weapon versus Shinra and then you blew him up, and then now I'm gonna parachute into Midgar? Like, dude, we're skydiving now? Now, Remake did give us a little nod to the parachute. Like, we parachuted into the slums, which was cool. I don't know necessarily if that detracts. It's not going to detract from this moment here, because this moment, notice how this moment starts with exactly what you need to see. Meteor above. Now, this is right after the resolve, right? We have our resolve. We know what we need to accomplish because we just went to the water altar. We are all hyper focused, right? We're all hyper focused on this. And we're taking this high when we're flying over Midgar, and the threat above and below. We're going to go as above, so below. You know what I mean? Here we go. We're taking care of both of these things. We're going down into Midgar. We parachute into Midgar. This, in like Cloud, like focusing in on Cloud, who is like his true self now. Now, this is like, this feels like a hero moment. This feels like
it's bro hates heights.
There are some
and Barrett, what's Barrett gonna parachute out of this? I mean, like, he's gonna be terrified. I didn't even think about that.
Listen, what Barrett, they do is they do a callback to the Biggs thing, and Barrett is on the front of Cloud.
no, dude, don't do that. But wait a minute, how is Red to do a
Sorry
shoot?
About your
I feel
ass.
like he's got to go with somebody. Nah, dude, this is where you slap Barrett and Red together, because, like, realistically, how's Red pulling his own shoot?
Yeah,
you know, like, this is
where one too, dude.
This is where they got to bond more. But dude,
that's a good point.
I know, man. This is
this is good. This is another moment.
Dude, I don't know, man. This is just great. It's also we're re-entering Midgar, so our story's coming back. Put it, hey, dude. Man, it's got to go high, because like
it's going to go high for sure.
Yeah.
Where does it go against Rocket versus Meteor?
Okay, all right. Wait.
Above.
I would nestle this between the Rockets, perhaps. Like, I think Rocket Launch to Space might be more hype.
Hold on. Depending on how they handle this, because so I'm thinking Advent Children, when he's going upward toward Bahamut, he's having some flashes, and in this time he's descending toward Midgar. You can use this as an opportunity for him to remember the avalanche, so he can even have a flash to that parallel of the shoot with Biggs, but then also some of these final moments he's had with characters as he's looking down on
of everything he's fighting.
Yeah, and then he thinks about Aerith, and he's thinking about all these things that give him strength, and he's just like getting more and more determined on his way down.
Hero moment.
Play Divinity, dude. Play like, I want, similar to how they did why can't I remember the name of the song? But they've used Advent Children music before in Play Divinity, which is the song that plays when they fight Bahamut and Cloud. No, I'm not telling you to play it. But, like that's what they should do during this scene, though, have that musical cue of just the party going. I would love that. But man, dude, I don't know, man. Like, this scene's got to be really, really hype for me. Though, there is one thing I want to say. What if they make this somehow playable? Like, what if we control the party going down? That would be...
There's a lot you could do with this, brother.
Where we
like,
I could
just you could do with this.
I could see this being playable, where we're playing as Cloud and we have to control
all over
him
again. We're dropping in Midgar. Where we dropping
weaving down to the drop zone. Like kind of like how the Bronco was controlled in, where it's rail, but you're able to move a bit and just you have a semblance of control, but really it doesn't matter if you're controlling it or not. Like, it's gonna get to where it's going.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Maybe we jump out of the high wind, we're falling through the sky, and like we're getting closer to Midgar. But the only thing I think about is all the technicalities of game design and stuff like that. If you're going to have you have to have a fully modeled, really, really good model of Midgar that I will be able to fall from the sky into Midgar. Which would be game changing as it is now.
Well,
like
I think
Rebirth.
about
I can see it cutting.
I think about A Way Out. A Way Out did a great skydiving scene where you jump from a plane. It's fully playable. You guys jump out of the plane. Spoilers for A Way Out if you guys haven't played that. But there is a scene in A Way Out where you guys jump out of the plane and it's a fully controllable scene, and you're really high up, and you land in Mexico? Yeah, where that act of the gameplay. Yeah. So
but is
you
that a
could do this.
But is that a full-on city of Mako? You know what I mean? Like a full-on.
No, I know what you mean, but there's game tricks. Like
subtext. I know you played Split Fiction. Subtext is bringing up Split Fiction. Remember that?
Dude, we brought up Split Fiction. We brought up Split Fiction in the snowboarding episode as well. I'm just saying that if you're gonna do this, you have to have it like it has to be. Like that changes the high wind thing we talked about last week. That it changes it to a point where it's like, oh yeah, okay. So flying the high wind over Midgar, yeah, you'll get to see the fully explorable Midgar. But if you take the camera and you break it and you go over Midgar, it doesn't work. Like in Rebirth, as it is now, as it stands, as it stands, that wouldn't work. They have to do something completely different. It's not like you can fly over Midgar for whatever reason. Like, you're going to get threatened to get shot down or something. But, like, for this particular moment, it is a loadable zone. Cutscene transitions you in, asset of the high wind over. You're in a gameplay model that you're able to skydive into. Yeah. Then you transition, you have a cutscene, brings you into Midgar. Game offloads the ad. Like, this could just be a playable set piece. You don't need to make it... What was it? A little set piece, and then my thought process is hybrid. Like, maybe you jump off, you're getting that freedom of skydiving, and then it cuts into the fully cinematic of like right now. That's
exactly what I'm thinking too. Where that's what they did with Rebirth with the tiny Bronco cutscene of Bronco leaving. Then we had the playable section where you're on rails. You don't really need to control it. It's just immersive, where you're kind of flying through the rocks. And then it transitions back into a cutscene when you land in Cosmo Canyon or when the Bronco crashes into the river. They could hybrid this totally. But I think that for this moment, I would honestly see them giving us that rail control where we can just sway. It's not much, but sway Cloud side to side.
Just to give you that freedom. Or that
maybe you can press a button, make him like twirl. Like not like in like a silly way, but just like kind of like that cool spin type thing where you can,
You're a freaking
dude.
hero.
Oh, dude, now I'm getting hyped thinking about it. Like, you move past Barrett and Red, and he's holding Red, and he's just like, "Oh, wow, Red!" It's like, and then you just
Red,
go past or like then you go past Yuffie, and she's like, "I'm gonna." Oh man, dude, they could do so much.
I'm quoting that, or like, I'm just gonna clip that one thing. "I'm gonna hurl" is absolutely going to be something she says.
Oh yeah,
and I just want to see her like spinning uncontrollably, whereas like everyone else looks like control, but she's just like unable. Look at like her shuriken.
Nice,
dude. There's so much they could do with this scene. So I don't even know if it's gonna be a fully CG animated thing. I can see this being playable.
Are we putting it under rocket launch into space, or are we moving that up?
Man, listen, if they put all the story and reflection and all that on the way down, it's going above some of this stuff, bro.
You're right. It's so weird because our anticipation is
writing
exciting.
the game.
Yeah, your heart's gonna be exploding in this scene, bro.
We're hyping up a scene that might not be actually happening, but like that's what it's all about. That's what hype is.
That's what we do.
That's what hype is. That's what anticipation.
It might just be the basic. It might just be a basic skydive scene. Who knows? But watch, watch it be like the most like basic bland skydive scene in gaming. Like wow, they just went in there.
But one of them's got to get the award, Dan. One of them's got to get it.
Not actual hype. It's like a disclaimer. Like, not actual hype.
This is not the actual.
Don't get hype for this. It's not actual hype. Oh, man. All right. So, parachuting in the Midgar, I'm going to leave it under the rocket launch into space just because rocket launch into space is emotional. This is a heroic moment I don't know,
it
dude.
is.
It could go either way. I'm curious, chat. What do you think?
I don't know. This is.
I think
the
Subtext
more
said
I
number
think about
one.
it,
Subtext said put this at number one.
I don't know, man. I really want. Wait, is it in top 5? That's all that matters to me.
Allegedly,
it is 5.
Yeah, put it. Yeah, we can discuss top 5.
It's
once
actually
we
right
narrow
out
down
of
top 5.
It's right out of top 5.
It's
right
out
now.
of 5
for now. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
So this next one. Okay.
Okay.
Next one is the High Wind Transforms. We got a freaking full-on transformer here. Look at this thing. We're shedding our armor and propellers and stuff, and we're just turning into a full-on jet. How cool is that, dude? And look right there. This is your world. This is what we're gonna fly over, because they gotta give us the freaking
horizon line. Come on now.
Yeah, the flight simulator, massive open world to fly over. But we talked about that last week. But yeah, I mean, like, what do you guys think of this? What's the hype?
This one's cool, but I don't know if it's above anything else that we've talked about.
Yeah, I mean that goes below.
Oh, we didn't even
Medieval
put
Collapse,
Diamond
for sure.
Weapon. We didn't rank that. Where's Diamond Weapon? Attacking Midgar.
No.
God, this game is incredible. I'm putting it for now under the Medieval Collapse, maybe above Medieval Collapse.
All right. Listen, I was advocating for Medieval Collapse to be pretty high, but
Me too,
I know
dude.
that I'm okay with this. I'll live with this,
bro,
man.
At
this is
this
hard.
point, what are we
You're giving
doing
us an
with
impossible
this
task.
hypometer? What I need to do?
I feel like
I wanna like create a Google
It's a
form.
5-way tie for first place.
I'm
A
creating
5-way
a
tie
form.
for second place.
Yeah, it's just a tie for everything. I'm gonna create a Google form at the end of this episode. Hopefully, I can do that. Just remind me at the end of this why we still have viewers, so that way I can put the link there. I want all of you to vote, because I'm so curious how you rank all of these. Like, what's your most hype? Or you know what? Leave a comment with your top 5. Leave a comment with your top 5. That's what I really want to see. I'm very curious what your top 5 most anticipated FMVs from the OG remade for Part 3.
that being said, I think this one could probably and that's not to say this one's not hype, but I think it could go to the bottom. Like, I feel like everything else just has more going for it for me than the High Wind Transforming. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I could
like,
put it in
I
both
feel like
for-
everything here
Guess
either
for
comes
flight.
with some emotional, like
yeah. It's just a hype
emotional
moment.
weight, or it's just like, or it's a seriously big set piece. This is just like, hey man, that's cool as hell.
Just a really
And-
cool set piece. Yeah.
But that being said, something. Listen, man, something's got to go at the bottom. Something can't be fighting for top 5.
This is the moment where I'm going to say, who knows at this point. We are now entering
interesting.
the end of the game. I didn't include falling to the center of the planet. I didn't include because that's not really, it doesn't feel like an FMV. We kind of got that in Rebirth with the Genova fight falling, like the same falling feeling here. But
Bro,
we're going,
this could actually be crazy if they're showing all the worlds around you and all that kind of stuff.
it could be crazy, right? Like
dude, I'm seeing rainbows and whispers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably because we're falling
I'm seeing-
into
Into memories.
the live stream, into memory. Yeah, like so. This is going to be very wild. This is the moment where I put it.
Oh, buddy, this could be
Oh,
crazy
buddy.
too. This
Cloud.
is the one I saw in the commercial, or maybe I saw this in like a preview in a movie theater when I was like a teenager, bro, and I was like, "What is this game?"
Yeah, dude. You know it's
Yeah,
it's
bro.
epic when the game puts the freaking letterbox bars on there. Like, all right,
Bro,
yeah.
even 30 years ago, they were putting spoilers like this in the trailer.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah, they were. They showed Aerith.
Yeah, spoiler culture's changed a lot. They just didn't give a shit back then.
No,
They
no. That's super
Dude.
false. I avoid the final trailer of every Final Fantasy game. I never watch it.
No. I'm not saying
They
you.
put
I'm saying
spo-
spoiler
At
culture.
least.
Oh, you're saying like they
They
still
do it. Very much. Still do it. Like it is bad. It's my biggest critique of Square Enix. Stop. Like, I don't want to see all of the ending scenes. Like, don't even show me an ending scene. I don't want to see any of that. So that's why, like, when we react to trailers, I'm cool with the first couple of them. But when it starts getting close to launch, I say, I'll see you at launch, everybody.
That'd be
I'm
a
out.
really funny like. That'd
I
be
don't
a
even
really
care
funny,
about
like,
content.
April Fool's video. Like, we just rank which was the most egregious trailer.
Yeah.
Square.
You can find some, for sure.
Yeah, well, which game got the worst spoiler in their trailer?
Dude, when Rebirth was coming out, and we were doing Final Fan TV stuff. It was the final trailer dropped. I did not watch it, and I shut down YouTube. I uninstalled YouTube app. I did not check YouTube. I stopped making content because I was at the moment doing the revisited series, like going back to OG, playing it and like making predictions. I said, I'm not even going to do that because I don't want anybody coming into the chat and going, hey, in the trailer, they showed this though. And I'm like, nope. So you can expect that from me. like when it comes to part 3, shutting down, going media blackout after the final trailer. I don't trust people. I don't trust coming in. So some people. But anyway, all right, here we go. Back on track. Here it is. Cloud 1v1 Sephiroth. I mean, we've seen like variations of this in Remake and Rebirth. Here we go. This is the moment, though. This is true Cloud. This is the Cloud. You know what I mean? All of them were in it.
Is it Omni Cloud?
Is it Omni Cloud? This is Omni Cloud now. He has all of his multiversal self has come together. And like honestly, that's kind of true. In a way, he has found his true self. This is it, right? He's found his true self. Now he's confronting Sephiroth, and where it matters most, it's time to get rid of him completely. This is going to be is this how the game is going to end? I still believe yes. I still believe we end part 3 with an Omni slash to Sephiroth, bloody Sephiroth, and get rid of him. I don't necessarily know, and we can talk about this later too if you want. But like, we got to talk about the ending in depth and in detail. Yeah, that's going to be a huge hypecast. But like, Omni slashing Sephiroth and that whole 1v1 sequence, I don't want a battle. I don't want a I want them to do what they did in the OG. You get down there.
So you don't want what Remake and Rebirth did?
Exactly. No, I like 100%.
Yeah.
This is the final.
Already
like,
be
the
a
final
fight
thing.
before this anyway.
Of course,
so,
we're gonna get like a 2-hour like a boss marathon,
climactic battle.
Yeah, we just fought safer Sephiroth, and now we get to this moment. Cloud already has Omni Slash, just like in the OG, and it's gonna give you the control for just a second. Execute the Omni Slash. Boom.
Yeah.
Cloud does it and just absolutely wrecks Sephiroth. And like, I want blood. I want Sephiroth to be just beaten, broken, and then obviously he like light beam shoot out. He's gone.
So
I could.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. In this Omni Slash, do you think they meddle with it just a little bit and put a little Zack and Aerith cherry on this, and they're involved in this somehow?
No. This is Cloud's
okay.
fight. I think before this happens, I think they, like, maybe like a little nod. Like, go get him, Cloud. Go get him, Cloud.
It has to happen before this moment, right?
Yeah, you got this, buddy, and that's done. And then go down there, and then now
because this moment has to be these two characters
1v1.
only.
I could see them doing the Advent Children thing with like Zack, where like they have that moment to talk. I just hope it's not too long.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I could see them. Right. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be
because it's the last time they get to do it.
This is it,
so.
bro.
Yeah,
this is it.
Like, but I could see them doing that, and it would be a cool reference, like the
yeah,
because that's what happened to Advent Children, and if done well, I do think that could be very, like, that could be awesome. But it has to be.
I don't want
done well, and it can't distract from the final moment.
The final moment is Cloud, Sephiroth, 1v1.
Yeah, he has to own it.
He has to own it, and this is it. This is it. And then of course that's not the final moment of the game. There's a lot more that follows that, and it's called the ending. So let's go ahead and.
Do you think they're gonna do a Return of the King epilogue? Are we gonna have like a much longer epilogue this time around where you get to see them?
That's this one.
It goes back to Marlene and that kind of stuff.
Wait, so we talk about the ending or the 500 years later?
No. That's separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
that's the post-credit.
Yes, I think we're getting a Return of the King ending, and I kind of hope we do. I want there to be
tie up all the loose ends. We want to see all our NPCs, Shinra Middle Manager, all these guys. We want to see some little clip.
I want to see the party separate. Like I want to see them go their separate ways. And then it doesn't need to be like long cutscenes with them. It could be kind of like half montagey, half whatever.
Bro.
I want to see Sid walk into Rocket Town and just look at Cher, like, you know, and just like look at Cher and just, you know, it doesn't even need to be words. Like, he could just walk over and just like look like about to give her a hug. And we don't even need to see it. Just like Barrett seeing Marlene. I want to see, and they have inspiration to work with at least for Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett with On the Way to a Smile. We know a little bit of where these characters' journeys end. And again, I personally love when they do reference the source material. There are some characters we don't see. I want to, you know, we could see like Vincent sitting in the cave. We could see, you know, Red and Yuffie like walking together side, and they go, like I want to see the separate ways.
All right, beautiful. Let's talk about that in a Hypecast because we got a lot to say about that.
You're right.
Fair enough.
Like
the ending, yeah. Because there's a lot of thoughts on the ending there, and I feel like that's gonna be a great conversation. I
gonna be setting up Final Fantasy VII.
I want to have the last thing to say, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Like I would try. It's killing me. I want to talk about it. But we're gonna hold off. Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy X is in chat. The Final Fantasy X. The game itself is in chat. I love it. How late are you?
I don't know. When did you come out?
Pretty much.
What year? What year did Final Fantasy
we're talking about the ending, so I guess that's pretty late. No, I'm just
You're
kidding.
Clocking in. It's all good. We're clocking out.
Yeah, we're clocking. No. It's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Yeah, but we are about to wrap this up if we don't get because we're getting sidetracked, bro. We can't stop. We want to talk about every Hypecast topic that we but that's what Hypecasts are for. All right, so we're gonna keep this going for the rest of the year. Every week we got something for you. So as you can see, there's a lot of topics that we put a pin in just in this episode. Now for the ending, or no, we got Cloud 1v1 Sephiroth. Where do we put that on our hypometer?
Okay, this is tough,
bruh.
This is similar to what I said about Mideel, where it's like it's something I'm super excited to see, but I'm also very concerned about what direction they take it.
Yep.
Some of these things, if they do it right, it just breaks the meter, bro. Like I don't even know how we.
But if they fumble it, and I don't want them to fumble it. This is a Hypecast.
This is a moment right here.
I don't want this to be a gripecast when. How they fumble. The
review of part 3 is a gripecast.
There are certain things where I look at the scene, I'm like, dude, this seems like a really good entry point for some whispers to come in and do something that I just don't want them to do, man. Like I don't want Cloud versus Sephiroth to be like them fighting while whispers are pushing each other on the offensive on each side. Like it's got to be dark and it's got to be them too. So if done well. This could be one of the most hype.
A satisfying moment, bro. This could be such a satisfying moment. Now, this is one of the moments that I do truly feel will happen. Like one of these ending moments that I feel is going to happen because of not only is it iconic, but it's also just this is the wrap it up. Like this is the end with Sephiroth and Cloud. Now it goes into the debate, which we will talk about at length in our ending predictions Hypecast. But is this game going to end the way the OG does? Is it going to lead into Advent Children? Is it going to be solved and everything is resolved right here at the end of part 3? Even the compilation stuff, it ends here. If that's the case, this 1v1 Sephiroth thing has even more impact because he's not going to come back in Advent. This is the end. Like if we're going to go into Advent Children, this moment gets a little diminished because it's like, oh well, he'll be back. So this is it. If this is the resolution of the entire Final Fantasy VII Saga compilation included, this is it. This has a way more of an impact. If it leads into Advent Children, I feel like it goes a little lower. I'm
wondering too, because like even just thinking about the greater compilation here, like at the ending moment here, so we know that like Vincent and Yuffie, for example, do go into the cave with you, but in canon, they at some point before the actual complete end, the timing on this never made any sense. But like, so they're in the cave with you on the offensive, but then in canon, they at some point, just the two of them retreat to Midgar to help evacuate the city. Like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just
I don't know. I don't know what
That's from
direction
Dirge.
they're gonna take.
I think this is
don't
our
make sense of
DLC
Dirge.
for part 3.
Which Dirge? Okay, I mean, to Dirge's credit, and I don't give it much, but to Dirge's credit on this, they had to find a way to explain why they weren't there for the final cutscene. It's like, okay, man, sure, you want to make them do something. It's like, you want to expand these characters, go ahead, sure. But like, when you really think about the time, it's like, did they take the high wind? No, they didn't, because Sid has the high wind. You leave the well, how did they get from the cave? They're in the cave with you. You can fight Sephiroth.
Was Sid at the Forgotten Capital, Lee?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
dude. I don't know, man.
I almost started.
I did.
This has got to be a Hypecast thing, because there's a lot to dissect.
Another
on
pin.
How the endings.
We're putting pins all over this.
I don't know where to rank.
Do we agree that if they do anything
program
that transitions into Advent Children, that it's got to be separate, like it's got to be DLC or something that comes after the conclusion of part 3?
Not necessarily.
Or do you think it has to be baked into the ending?
I don't think it has to be either. I just think it's going to be. I think it's going to be baked into the ending. I think they're going to. I just do.
I feel like they hinted that they're doing something like that. You know?
I know they talked about like other material after part 3.
Got the aroma coming in, and I feel like,
man, it's I don't.
I know, Dan. I know.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Turn it back down from 11.
Yeah. It's not 11 anymore if it's not the end. I don't know. I feel like the impact is greater knowing that this would be the conclusion of the Cloud 1v1 Sephiroth. If it's like, hey, everything's leading right into Advent Children, it's like, well, it's still not resolved. It's not resolved yet. So I'm still gonna put it above Rocket into Space. I don't know if I agree.
All right. This one's just too hard for me to even consider where it goes.
I didn't know that this whole task was going to be this hard, bro.
Like, I love it though, because of how hype and exciting part 3 is going to be. It's just like, dude, how do you rank this? There's no ranking it, and plus it's a hypometer. We're having fun. We're goofing off. So we're not really like it
says a lot that by the ending we're more concerned and reserved. Like,
it really does
with where it goes.
It's
like, man, I don't know where they're putting it.
And then the 1v1 is most likely subtext, I agree, the 7 seconds to the end thing. Like, this is going to be, it's 7 seconds to the literal end. This is the end of the game. So I agree, but
the 7 seconds that Vincent and Yuffie took to get to Midgar from the Nordic.
That's it. Hey man, they got the teleport materia from First Soldier.
You're right.
They're right. All right, so listen, the ending, it is almost impossible to rank that. I know, basically, I don't even want to watch the cutscene as much. I mean, I'll let it play, but the ending could be completely different. The ending is going to be like, it's just going to be wildly different, or it's going to be exactly the same in like a one-to-one recreation. We don't even know. But I would just probably go with like, hey, how excited are you for the ending of this game? What's your hype level for the whatever it is? What is the, like, where does it rank among the rest of these? Is the ending something you're most looking forward to? Is it above? Is it number 1? Or is it something that you're a little bit reserved on, that you're a little bit, I wish I don't know, because they have to land this airship. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm kind of in that part.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. Like, as much as I don't want to be, like, I'm just,
it's like, obviously it's going to go high. It's just like where are we at with it?
Here's the thing. I've been very open and candid about this, and I'm very excited for our remake review and analysis playthrough, because initially, after having like my brief overview, after I beat the original 7, I think it was 21 or 22, I beat it. I then played everything else in the compilation and watched everything and read everything before doing remake, which is why I was so into like all the references and stuff. But the thing is that I did not care for remake much before. Like, I did not really care for it too much. There was a lot that was awesome. I didn't care for a lot of what it did, but then Rebirth kind of flipped me back on the side of the remake project, and I was super hyped, and I loved a lot of what Rebirth did. So the thing is that they swayed me very heavily back into this remake project because I was actually pretty scared about it, like where it was gonna go, and take the story. But then Rebirth totally swayed me back. I'm hyped on it, but I just don't want this thing to blow in my face. Like I just don't want the whole like thing to blow up at the end. Like,
are you gonna quote me from the Sapphire weapon thing when it blew?
Yeah. No, I said in my. Not
I don't even
my.
know what I said. I just know keywords that I said in a row, and I said none of that is going to be like.
But, dude, I think I don't know, man. What I'm more interested to talk about is the 500 years later, so I can't rank this thing.
Let's talk about the ending when we get to the Hypecast, because we are and then we can really kind of have an opinion on it, like a real like, all right, grasp on our thoughts here, but because we got to hash that out. We got the 500 years later epilogue that's also going to happen. I mean, just
I haven't thought about
live
this.
stream saving the planet is got to happen with the ending as well, right?
Oh yeah,
like, so like.
Well, but isn't this in the ending?
Yeah,
like,
so this is the ending, right? So
ending.
like that's why I put it in the top 5. I put it in the top 5, but we are reserved. We have reservations, so it's not putting it at number 1 because obviously we unfiltered hype for those top 3, top 4, or top 3, and then it just starts to get like a little. I'm gonna put it below that, because unfiltered hype and then reserved hype a little bit. So.
Well, hey, man, parachuting is unfiltered. I'm like,
but I'm still, even with my reservations, I'm still like, I don't know, man. I really want to see the ending here.
No, I understand.
So, all right, listen, we have all the cool stuff that happens in the ending there, with you know, again with the failure theme, like it's not working. Like we are on the brink. Meteor is here. It is destroying, and then. At the last moment, Holy has activated.
At the last moment, Kate Sith.
Or not Holy, the live stream, the planet itself has activated and saves the planet. The live stream is just, live stream versus Meteor, incredible moment. And we get to the epilogue, 500 years later.
Okay.
Well, so wait, where does Aerith praying come in?
Oh, yeah, that was at the right there.
Yeah, well, the one thing they change about the ending is Sephiroth comes flying down and stabs her in the light. A
second time!
Boom! I'll see you when having children. Bitches, I'll be back. It ain't over. It ain't over.
I'm sorry. All right, let's move on to Red.
All right. So I have a thought on this, and I think I mentioned this during the Rebirth analysis for Chapter 1. So. I would be more than happy. Like, I honestly kind of just want this to play exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just the simple, keep it as is. But I do feel like Rebirth potentially laid the seed for something here with the story thus far. And I think I said in Chapter 1, why is Red of all characters narrating the story thus far? Like, it makes sense that, like, in the sense that, like, yes, he's a very, like, he has this role for the planet, and he has that like that age to him. But that made me think, like, what if the story thus far, and then if they have that in part 3, because they're gonna have to recap Remake and Rebirth, what if that is all him telling this to his children? Now, I don't know if I want this necessarily. I'm putting that out there. I think I want it to just remain simple, but I can't shake the thought in my head that if they are to expand this scene, it's going to tie in with the story thus far. Because it's him narrating the story, and I just can't help but wonder, like, who is it to? Because you could say, oh, it's for the audience. It's like, yeah, duh. But, like, how does that...
kids, for sure. Yeah.
How does that fit in? And it would be interesting, especially since, like, this is canonically the last thing we ever see in the story.
Yeah. Still very satisfying.
It is. But if they wanted to add on to it, and if it was done well, just to even like see him talk to his kids might be interesting.
Red does the epilogue of all, like in Cloud, he returned to whatever, and he does and like he's basically like, and we see that what Wiley was explaining about like going back, or no, I don't know, I think it was you, Dragoon King, talking about going back to everybody's like families, hometowns, and like and then like maybe narrating over that is Red, and then we get the epilogue after the credits, and it's Red telling the story of what happened in those days.
Again, I'm not saying I want this, but I could totally imagine this scene being recontextualized as like the kids asking like, so where did it all so this Midgar or something. It's
and
like,
that's how I met your mother.
That's why they're there. He's taking them to show where the story started. And it's like, it is kind of like, why are they here? Like, I get the, I didn't even hear what you guys said. So.
You guys want the super...
I said, and that's how I met your mother. That's the entire, that was what the story was about.
That's the whole point of it.
No, but like, I could see them doing something with this because it's one of the most iconic scenes, I would even argue. But I just, is it only, like, if it is preserved exactly as it was, I would be super satisfied. But if it does connect to why Red is the one as the designated narrator.
Sure.
And if they wanted to flesh this out a little bit, I actually think I'd be interested in that. Just give these characters who we don't know anything about, like his kids, like give them a voice, give them names, even if that might be too much, but just like let him, like if we're talking about the story thus far, tie it back to this moment. And it's like, this is where the story began.
Yeah.
And like, you're talking about it from here.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's narrating like the trailer or whatever to part 3, like at some point, like the story so far again for part 3, and then that way we can really just kind of put a bow on it at the very end, and like we get it. Yeah, he's telling his kids the story, and you get this moment here where they run up and like, let's go take a look at, let's go to look at Midgar. They run up to it, and yeah, I mean, like, this moment is going to be beautiful. Dude, it's going to be a beautiful moment, man.
Dude, now I'm imagining if he was telling them the story from Cosmo Canyon, just imagine a beautiful visual of, like, running through the world. Like, just Red and the pups running. Yeah. I could see something, like, if they really wanted to expand this, and I don't think I'd be mad about that. Like, just running through, like, Gungaga.
Yeah. I just feel like we're going to get all that when everybody returns home. And, like, I don't know. I feel like
that's true.
The OG here, sometimes you don't have to show. Sometimes like leaving that like interpretation, leaving that that openness is actually very good closure.
I agree with that too.
So it's like I really think the ending of OG is beautiful as it is. But again, we talk about the theme, right, guys? What we see here is a glimpse of the future if we fail.
You know what they're gonna change is Red goes running up to that edge, and instead of all
failure.
This green, there's gonna be water covering everything, and it's just gonna be Xanarkand coming up.
Xanarkand is Dream Midgar. Dude, we have oh god, and then we had subtext saying, "I love your guys' idea of opening part 3 with this scene, but there's a tear in the sky."
Oh no, I don't love that.
No, dude. Oh god. We don't even like our own idea, sub.
Yeah, now I'm all right. Well, now I kind of just blew up my own idea because unless it's bring your kids to meet Vincent Day. I think the actual context, as far as On the Way to a Smile is concerned, is that they decide to meet in Midgar once a year. So that's probably why he's heading to Vincent and Red. So, but I'd like to think that he brought them this time to show them the story.
So here's what we got, everybody. This was a special. Longer episode of Hypecast. We were just enjoying this conversation, and just feeling the hype, feeling the nostalgia, and just getting excited for part 3, man. And I hope that everybody watching is also hyped for part 3 after seeing this, after being reminded of what is still to come in this trilogy, and that we've got 2 parts down of the trilogy, but the best of this trilogy is yet to come. Like, this is the best of the trilogy. Like, I mean, even them holding off on the Aerith scene, you lump it into part 3. Everything is here in part 3. So this is going to be one of the greatest games ever made. Hopefully, if they nail it. And that is why when you look at our ranking, we say, hopefully, it could be the greatest game ever made. It could be, and I say this from like, you call me a purist if you want to. I love the OG. It's the greatest game ever made, and I will stay by that. And I thought maybe a remake would top it one day, but they went a different direction, and that's okay. That just keeps it as the OG is still the greatest game ever made for me. No matter, like, what remake and rebirth have done, I still think of the OG as it can't be beaten. When I look at part 3 and I get hyped for part 3, I take a look at all of these FMVs and I look at how they can remake these moments, and I'm like, oh my god, wait a second, these moments that are the reason why I love Final Fantasy VII, like one of the reasons why I love Final Fantasy VII so much, and the true reason why I love the reason I love Final Fantasy VII, the message, the core theme and everything, that's going to be here in part 3. Hopefully it will be here. And they're going to nail this thing. And like we talk about what I just said, the failure aspect, the acceptance, the understanding and resolve. That right there was like, that's what Final Fantasy VII means to me. like those 3 words right there. Is what this game means to me, and part 3 is going to have it. And after looking at all these FMVs, I'm like, dude, what are we about to play? What are we about to experience, man? It's going to be insane. So hopefully, I mean, it'll live up to that expectation that I have right now, which is sky high. And I know everybody else has had these sky high expectations as well. Alex Maddox, thank you so much again for tossing Gil. It really, really, really means a lot. Thank you so much for your support. Part 3 is going to be the best ever, I feel. It's a 30-year cook. Here we go. Here we go, boys. And it's just begun. And we're here. We're at the start of this thing. We're not at the start
Beginning of the end.
We've been riding this train. We've been conducting this train. You know what I mean? We are the conductors of this train. Thank you.
And there ain't no getting off of it.
There ain't no getting off of it. Thank you for supporting us here on this channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And then, just comment hype. Let me know how hype you are. Because that algorithm loves it. I love to see it. You don't understand how it boosts my day to see those comments come in, and you guys are just super positive, excited, sharing the hype. It's the coolest thing ever. It's the coolest thing about doing this is that, like, dude, I've created a bubble of hype within this community. Like, there's just it's a freaking spirit bomb going on right here in the freaking FF7 community. We are the spirit bomb, the community and everybody in the chat and everything. Oh man, it's great. So anyways, comment, say hype. Let me know how hype you are. Put the exclamation marks there to let me know how hype you are. But most importantly, if you want to, I would love to see it. I would love to see your top 5 most anticipated FMV from the original game remade for part 3. Let me know your top 5. I'm excited to read it. And now we close out the show. Thank you so much, Dragoon King, for being here. Excalibur, thank you so much for also.
Excalibur.
Yeah, Excalibur.
With the government name.
Oh yeah, I think the Mako Man is going to be a character on the remake chapter by chapter, brother. That's like almost a mix. It's like a mix of Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, but we're gonna make that work. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Look forward to the Mako Man.
It's gonna be something.
It's gonna be good. Yeah. Hey, the debut.
I can't wait to see him.
The Mako Man's going to debut on the remake chapter by chapter, which debuts February 5th. So, very soon. So thank you, everybody. End of show. You guys take care now. Bye-bye then.